Hello everyone, welcome to tonight's stream. Sorry about the weird schedule lately, we've had a lot going on behind the scenes. What you are about to experience tonight is something we have been workshopping for months, trying to figure out how to bring you the best D&D experience possible. The result is our immersive D&D sound and light experience. We highly recommend that you wear headphones for this show, as it will help to pull you more into the immersion and hear the sound effects in 3D space. Tonight, for the first time, you will not see me on camera. I will be behind the scenes in our control room, controlling the lights, sound effects, and music that you will hear throughout tonight's show. If you find you are enjoying the experience, we would much appreciate you sharing us on social media so that others can join us tonight for future experiences like this. It's time to begin, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
I mean, I just want to leave things open so I can ensure that the visuals are here. Hello? Hopefully you can see us. Hopefully you can hear me. The stream's mine now. It's finally become too much. Don's just given up and run to the control room and just given me the reins to once more steal the stream. We are here this evening for a very special experience, as Don's beautiful video just explained that I totally didn't actually know about. So I'm hoping that he gave a good explanation for what's happening today. I am John, the Dungeon Master for this one-shot with the Immersive Soundscape.
I am Billy, playing Meow, the cat person.
I'm Kelsey, and I'm playing Fuck Snacks, the Goblin Barbarian.
I'm Carl, playing Verrington von Livingston, the Tiefling Bard.
So, for this particular one-shot, yes, the giraffe is here, the origin of the Booja voice. For this particular one-shot, when we began discussing this previously, one of the things that we have been contemplating doing and how we were going to do it was going more into the actual published adventure books through Wizards of the Coast and seeing what ones we would be interested in playing. We essentially realized that, hey, there's a lot of them that seem really fucking cool. That's very difficult for us to do because we already have the 2 campaign worlds that occupy 2 of our days every week. Then we have Fridays for the After Dark, which is another day of the week. There are only so many days of the week that we can get enough people to be capable of doing this. So we've decided to do a kind of quick bastardized version for The Ghosts of Saltmarsh, where this book came out, I believe, mid-May. I've done a little bit of reading about everything involved in it, but because this is a one-shot and we are not going to be able to do a complete and genuine and honest to the source book jump into the material, we're going to do a very expedited version of one of the adventures in Saltmarsh. I have changed it to, again, kind of better amplify the expedition of it and the faster process that will be going through everything. So monsters will be different, the areas will be slightly different, the names of things will be slightly different, but the source material in terms of the maps and the scenario and the setting are all going to be based off of one of the particular adventures presented here in the Ghosts of Saltmarsh book. We will be doing this soundscape stuff possibly monthly, depending on how this goes today, on how often Don wants to not get to play or have to play. I don't really know which of those sentiments for him is correct. But to begin for today, just to make sure we get jam-packed right into the action, well, fuck these players immediately. These players have been tasked as the local, not police force, but local kind of recruits for hire, mercenaries, if you will, for people who are new in the area and need cash for their stay and lodgings in the city of Saltmarsh. They have been tasked with going to see about a complaint of distress from Lord Pendlebottom's lake house. It's really more of a manor. It's quite a large home. He's a very wealthy man in my version of Saltmarsh. But our 3 adventurers here have set out late at night because the distress signal was sent over towards the town, a flash of light in the sky, an SOS signal, masking away at the stars, and our friends are here in a small rowboat on the 200-foot trek out towards Lord Pendlebottom's Lake Islandy Manor thing that's on a small surface in the island. You hear a bell ring, evidently. It echoes in the distance, probably from the city that you guys left. You hear the murky waters lapping up against the sides of your boat. A few splashes topple in at your feet. As you look above you, you can see that it's about half a moon. You can't tell really or remember whether or not it's waxing or waning because it looks perfectly sliced down the center. There are some gray, wispy clouds obscuring your vision of the stars above you. All you can see fading in the distance over the illuminated silhouette of Lord Pendlebottom's manor in the distance is the faint red SOS of the lights dancing in the night sky, falling closer to the horizon.
It's great.
So we continue oaring away.
Yeah. Are we at the oars?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
man.
the three of you.
Oh, I thought maybe we had someone to... All right. Okay.
We'll see. Do you have someone with you? No!
Okay.
What do I do here? I don't know how to do any of this stuff. You, what are you? A goblin? Can you
Yes.
please row this for me? I'll stand watch.
Fine. And
Thank
I like,
you, lovely.
You slide over to the edge of the oar
Yes.
and grasp the handle.
I can't move it.
Firmly grasp it.
Yeah, I mean, you are a goblin. You do have to make an
You
athletics.
gotta jump up.
You have to make an athletics check to see whether or not you're capable of actually pulling.
Oh,
I
I can't do it.
I feel like you're like
I'm gonna
just
get on the other
Vanellope
oar.
from Wreck-It Ralph, just that tiny, just trying to.
3.
Yeah, so I mean, you really grasp the handle,
I'm like
and as you lurch down, you more do like a pull-up
Yeah. It's
and
not
elevate your ass slightly off the damp wood seat of the
Oh,
rowboat
helper,
beneath
would ya?
you.
Oh, right, fine. I just get my one finger and just like I'm helping her press down on the oar.
I mean,
Like
roll
you're
an
trying to
athletics
overweight
check
a
as
turkey.
well.
That's
Athletics.
18.
18. So I mean, yeah, you slap down very forcefully with your single index finger.
I like fall on the ground.
And yes, we'll say that you land comfortably back on your bottom in this. Sure. So we row carefully along the traditional pace. I'm assuming not too swiftly.
Yeah,
You
we're not-
begin
we
to
don't really
see
wanna get there.
above you as you're coming about 30, 40 feet, and the waves continue to lap up against you, and you see the sea foam kind of settling around you as your boat kind of intersects through like a knife, parting the waves.
I'm just like put my hand on my mouth. How much longer do we have to do this?
Oh, it's not too much further.
And
Deep
suddenly,
breaths. Deep breaths.
in the distance, you hear an enormous crack of thunder.
Sick.
That was cool.
And then a brief moment later, a flash.
I love thunderstorms.
As a burst of lightning strikes down on the edge of the lakeside island where the manor resides. And you see for a brief moment bespectacled this dilapidated looking manor. Not remotely how it was previously described to you by the man who hired you to investigate Lord Pendlebottom, the wealthiest man of the city's house.
Did you see that?
As the lightning fades away and the light resumes back to its traditional darkness, you see just once more the beautiful black silhouette of the manor in the distance.
See what?
Well, it looked like it'd been broken down, like it hadn't been occupied in years.
Looks like to me that's a nice little building.
All right. Maybe it's just
Bugsnax
my
can't
mind.
see anything.
I've got dark vision, but it's not that great.
You have dark vision. A roll for perception.
Oh, I have dark vision.
Roll for perceptions.
Eh.
16.
8.
Kelsey, did you roll?
7.
7. Okay. So you are the only one who sees it, but everyone feels suddenly as your boat lurches to the side.
Hold on.
Your eyes dart very quickly to the edge of the exterior of the boat, and you see protruding out from the water a bone hand. No meat remaining on the fingers. As the hand just grips, and the fingers tighten and coil around the edge of the boat.
All right, I draw my scimitar.
Uh-huh.
I just try to slash the hand right at the wrist.
Make an attack roll right at the wrist.
Okay. 20.
20?
Not natural.
20 with bonus? Okay, so yes, roll your damage. That strikes.
Okay.
Do I see them doing this now? At this
Oh yeah, I
point?
mean, you
5.
see the scimitar just kind of swiftly pulled out from the scabbard on his side, and it brandishes and flourishes in the night. You slash down, and you see as your blade separates the bones at the wrist and the hand. Suddenly, the forearm seeps back down into the murky waters, and as you lean over very swiftly, you see nothing.
Is the hand still grabbing on?
The hand is still
All
indeed
right, I want to
grabbing.
inspect the hand.
You want to inspect
Ew.
the hand?
Get that thing away from me.
Roll
I just
for
wanna take a look.
investigation.
14.
14. Okay, another crack of thunder.
If anyone needs a hand, it's probably her.
I take it, and I like go over and stab her with it.
So, I mean, the flash of lightning appears, and as everything around you is illuminated very suddenly, you see that the hand, as you investigate and grab at it, before you even pick it up, the hand lurches towards you and kind of stands up, almost
Take an arrow out of my
prostrate.
quiver and
Kind of press it down into the ground.
yeah, just like push it
Into the
down
edge of the
into
boat?
the
Yeah.
edge of the boat.
So I mean, we'll say that in the area where kind of like a small bone splinter was, you break through the back where the back of the hand is and burst through the palm and press it down into the edge of the boat.
Is it still moving?
No. Suddenly it goes limp. Almost lifeless.
All right, I touch it.
You poke the hand. It's chilled to the bone.
Jesus Christ.
Gags.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you feel
It's a real cold hand.
kind of like a sleek, well kept hand. Like as you make contact with the bone outside of the area where you discernibly chipped it from striking it, and then the arrowhead as it pierced through. The rest of the hand,
It's immaculate.
yeah, it's immaculate, almost as though it's been well preserved, and all the meat and everything else in it is rotted away completely and left it pristine.
All right, I lean over the side of the boat. Whose hand is this? If you want it back, you're gonna have to come take it.
You shout that into the water.
Yeah.
Okay. So, roll for perception, 'cause
21.
okay, so you see darting swiftly through the water, this kind of waiting area, almost glimpsed out, small, triangular, scaly-like objects swiftly pouring through the water in a swivelly pattern towards your boat.
All right. What do we want to do, gang?
I don't want to touch any of that. Are we there yet?
I'm talking about dealing with the looming threat around the boat.
There's what? I didn't see anything.
Oh gosh. Okay.
And the water's lap.
There's something swimming around us.
It's probably just fish. It's fine.
Fish with hands.
I don't fight though, so I don't know what
Your
to do.
boat rocks heavily as something forceful kind of lurches you upwards. Not a wave, but feels as though your boat is elevated momentarily.
Reveal yourself.
I take out my short sword
Uh-huh.
and I like climb onto the edge of the boat and I'm like
So you creep off to the edge of the boat and brandish one of your short swords.
Yes.
So you grab onto the edge of the boat, and with your other short sword, you lean down over the water and slash into it, and it splashes against your
This
short
is
sword.
my hand.
Make an attack roll.
12.
12.
Yeah.
You slash into the water, and you see a brief moment where almost sparks illuminate out from the waves as your short sword, the tip of it, scrapes against something discernibly harder than water.
Oh, pretty sparkles.
The water's sparkling?
Yeah,
Is this some kind of
sparks.
magic?
Yes! It's magic!
Suddenly, a great crash strikes the opposite end of your boat. You are still on the opposite side. Roll for perceptions.
Bum, bum, bum.
Actually, no, never mind. You're right in front of it. A fucking tail laps up around and curls around your boat and smashes down against it,
Okay.
cracking
How's the boat
heavily.
doing?
We'll see how's the boat doing. Not great remotely, so we'll see what percentage of the boat has been heavily damaged. 30% of your boat, so a large
All right, we're taking on
triangular
water.
portion of your boat
Shit,
from
I really
from
should have
s-
grabbed mending.
from side inward is cracked and broken. Wood splinters fly up into the air, and another crack of thunder and a flash of lightning swiftly illuminate the horrific,
I
scaly
love it.
tail
I go to
of
the
an enormous giant crocodile.
tip of the boat.
Which
And
tip?
whose
The front?
hand is this?
The crocodile!
It's Fucksnack's hand.
Okay.
We're
We're gonna have to fight a crocodile, guys.
I don't fight though.
What do you fight?
The power of love.
All right.
Oh no!
Sing us a song about that.
It's great! Everything's great! Everyone loves each other!
All right.
Love this
So,
crocodile!
where is the crocodile in relation to us? It's back under the waves?
Beneath you, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, its tail struck into the side and broke a large portion of it, and now it has disappeared once more beneath the black, murky water.
How far are we from shore?
From shore, from where you left?
No, from where we're headed.
Oh, approximately 80 feet.
Okay. I don't like our chances of swimming in that, so
I don't want to swim. No.
I'm just.
Let's try and
stabbing
deal with
into
this
the
now.
water,
all right.
Just at the edge.
You continue to stab into the water,
Yeah. Well, I'm not slashing now. I'm stabbing.
stabbing downward. Make an attack roll again, please.
I want to cast dancing lights
Okay.
and
Yeah.
just kind of
The
like
fuck?
start to kind of get the boat illuminated around.
Yeah, in the area around, like, do you want the interior of the boat better lit,
Well,
or do you
put the
want the
lights underneath
exterior
the
of the
water.
boat better lit?
Underneath the water.
They're cursed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean, how many can I make? Just a bunch, right? Just a fuck ton.
I got.
Create 4. Okay,
Mhm.
so
I got a
2 in the
9.
1 in the front, 1 in the back, 2 on the bottom.
Sure. What color?
They're all colors. They're different colors.
Okay.
Red, green, blue, and white.
Red, green, blue, and white. Okay.
The red
Okay.
and blue are on the top. The green and the white are on the
Well,
bottom.
the green and the red should be on the sides because that's a boating thing.
Okay.
Pass us on the green side, don't pass us on the red side.
There
Okay,
you go.
there you
So green lights or green, red, blue, and white,
White,
lights illuminate the exterior of our boat. You stab down into the water, thrusting your short sword, splashing water against your boat
Like
once
that.
more. And again, your short sword strikes and gets stuck momentarily in a very, very difficult to pull out. Actually, make a strength check.
These are worse.
You're about to get pulled off the boat, aren't you?
2.
2. So, yes, your short sword sticks into this hard, scaly back of the crocodile. And as you pull with 2 hands, you can't remove it from the area in which it's penetrated through the crocodile's scales. The crocodile roars with anger.
Fucksnacks needs help.
Let go!
No, it's my sword.
Fine. I run over and I try and grab the sword and pull it out.
Oh no! I'm just like screaming.
Oh, this is uncouth of this
I
crocodile.
didn't want this.
Okay, 15.
Yes. So you, with the assistance of your good cat friend here, rip the sword out of the crocodile's back. And the crocodile breathes with anger. And you hear a great sigh and another immense roar beneath your boat as it thrashes once more against your ship. It doesn't strike it this time.
I want to try to talk to it. It's okay, buddy. It's fine. We're here.
Don't you have anything that you can
Where
use?
are you reaching with your hands?
I'm just hitting the.
Oh, you're
the
gonna get a hand
tips
rip.
of-
The edge of the boat?
It's like, it's fine. It's fine. I'm like looking around. It's okay. And I'm gonna use animal friendship.
Okay.
Oh,
How does it work?
The spell lets you convince a beast that you mean it no harm. Choose a beast that. Oh, never mind. I can't say it. Can I?
I mean, you know
it has
its
to be able
general
to see
area.
and hear you.
Yeah.
It must see and hear you. Yeah, the beast's intelligence are 4 or higher. You can just take it.
All right. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails.
Is this beast more intelligent than 4?
Yes.
Damn.
Oh.
All right.
Shit.
Good try.
I'm gonna sheath my
Oh,
scimitar.
everything's okay.
Yeah,
It
basically.
thrashes once more against your boat.
I'm just gonna like get back in.
Okay. Okay. Everything's fine.
Your boat begins suddenly to take water on very heavily.
All right. How much closer are we to shore?
I mean, no one's rowing.
Well, we had a little momentum going, I thought.
How many,
70 feet instead of 80.
Oh man.
how many times can I go into rage?
Go into rage and then turn yourself into a
what-
motor and
that's
just
what
kick.
I'm gonna do. Just
Is that what you're doing?
yes, twice a day is what you meant.
Yeah, like I
Okay.
said, yes. So you're raging,
Yes.
and you are going to very, very aggressively, with all of your goblin might, churn this boat forward despite it taking on water and having approximately a third of it broken off.
All right.
It's fine. Do I need to roll?
I'm gonna
for
pull
one
out my
Yes,
longbow.
it's athletics. You have advantage.
athletics? Plus 1. 19. Let's
Very
see if
good.
I get 20. I do not get a 20, so 20.
So 20 with bonus?
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, you just very quickly begin churning the boat along. However, the scales of the crocodile, that kind of spiny area over its spine, are still kind of dug into the base of your boat beneath the water.
Oh, it's stuck on us?
Yeah, that's why it's thrashing.
Okay. We can just get it unstuck. What?
Yeah, the boat
I did.
motor engines forward. As your goblin suddenly just bursts with muscles.
Fuck snacks!
Roll a percentage die. We'll see how far along we get.
90%.
So we are almost there. So you just. I'm
like holding on, like holding.
Where did this strength come from?
This thing's still dangerous on shore, though.
Yes, it is. It's amphibious as fuck.
All right. I'm gonna grab a loose plank and try and use it to pry the crocodile loose.
Okay, go right ahead. Make an athletics check.
Okay.
Car snacks.
17.
17? So yeah, I mean, are you attempting to get under where the broken bit is in the center of the boat? Because it's again coming inward into your boat.
Yeah.
Do you attempting to go
I-
underneath in that central portion and just kind of like crowbar crank it out?
Yeah, I'm just trying to, like, just pry it.
Yeah. So you pry and pry, and suddenly the plank in your hand cracks, and the plank at your feet breaks, and you see the waters to your west wafting away. It's like some kind of diamond-like shape separates into the water and squiggles away from you.
Let's get away from the beach very quickly.
I mean,
So
what
where
did
do we-
90% do? Are we like...
Well, 90%
You're
of
almost
70
there.
gets us to 7 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're pretty fucking
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. I mean, you're beginning to actually hit almost like the rough undersides of the sand as you're approaching the lake, or as
Okay,
you're
great.
approaching the little island.
All right, time to bail.
Okay,
I like
then.
jump out and start running.
So you try to like Scooby-Doo run on water, like. Go ahead. Roll for acrobatics. We'll see how well you balance on the water.
Oh, I got +5 in that. Oh. 7.
7. So yeah, I mean, you just kind of like hop on out of the boat through the opening that essentially makes it almost like a doorway for you right on the right side, and you rush out and you attempt to run on water, and you just kind of slippery slide through, and the water splashes up against your heels, and you realize that despite being 7 feet off of land, you're not that tall. You're a goblin. So you step
Still
out
have to
and
swim?
kerplunk, and you still have to swim. But you
wearing armor?
swim and cough up water as
Am I
you...
wearing armor? Not as a barbarian.
No, not as a
I'm
barbarian.
gonna
You're
drop
good.
out. I'm gonna pull out my whip and tell you to hold on to this.
I thought you were gonna whip me.
It's too early for the king stuff. We gotta get in the house.
So hold on to this. So you won't. All right, and I'm gonna hold on so she won't drown.
I'm gonna hop onto the front of the boat and just hop straight to shore.
Okay. And as you press off and kick backwards, your boat lurches beneath you once more, and the back end of the boat kicks up as you press offward and kind of boogie board or diving board leap off. And you land on shore. And your boots are met with this hard, crusty sand beneath it. And another flash of lightning illuminates everything around you. And you see all along the sands trails of blood.
Ooh.
Some thin, leading towards the front of the home. You see 4 trails of blood.
I almost said Miznax. Fuck Snacks loves blood. Let's follow one of the trails.
Stemming out from small pools that have looked mostly dried, but as you see it in the brief glimpse of the lightning's light, you see in the center small areas in which the blood still looks very liquid, almost warm.
Let's be careful.
See, I'm still in the boat, so I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
carefully get off and just like try not to get any mud on me and try to.
Mind the
Gosh.
blood too.
Your-
Blood.
Your boots crack against the hard sand as you feel it part beneath.
Oh gosh, I gotta wash these already.
You 3 roll for perceptions, because we're going to see what you gleamed of the manor in front of you once more in the flash of lightning.
15.
15? 16?
10.
10? So the 2 of you could see that as the lightning flashed once more in front of you, you see a beautiful manor painted a pale blue.
Ooh,
You can
pretty
see that
man.
there's
color for
a
a beach
beautiful balcony extending out over the front doors as it's looming 4 pillars down beneath it, open you up to a small walkway and then like kind of concrete, but not concrete obviously, a kind of like brick walkway towards the front door that is 2-parted and ornate, decorated beautifully with 2 large circular knockers on either side.
Nice.
I'm gonna look behind me.
Perfect knockers.
I'm gonna look behind me and see if there's anyone looking at us or if I see anyone else around.
Back out over the water.
Do I see any figures or anything?
Go right ahead.
18.
You peer back out into the water, and you see your boat kind of begin to crest underneath as it succumbs to the breakage and the additional weight from the water that it had untaken. And as your boat plunges down into the lake below you, you see again in the distance, kind of wading back and forth.
Oh shit. Let's get up there.
We're not going back that way.
And then as you see a Tyrannosaurus Rex! No, as you see the water kind of parting, and that smooth triangular crest as something beneath it swims deftly, you see an additional, from a diagonal sense, come towards it from one side, and then another from the other side.
Like in unison, like with
Yes, moving towards.
It's
And
like,
then the one that was darting back and forth pauses briefly and stops.
that. Let's go now, please.
Yeah.
I
Let's,
run up to the brick walkway thing to go up to the knockers. I want to squeeze on those knockers.
Wait, is it lit at all?
The house?
Yeah. I'm gonna cast dancing lights and try to see if I can
Kind of
see
wave
anything.
it in
Yeah.
front of you. Yeah. So, I mean, you're approaching again, correct? Yeah, so as you approach the doors and you're gripping one of the... are you gripping both knockers or one knock? You're
Can I
you're
grip them
don't get
both?
greedy.
You're short, so I mean, you'd have to like reach up. And you just like thrust yourself with the knockers.
Wait, can't I just go up and I just use my feet to go back? I push on the door to... Yeah,
Like
do that.
swings.
So you
Yeah.
grab on with your feet, and as you bring the metal rings of the knockers closer to the door, You pull your fingers back so you don't obviously slam them into the doors and pinch your own fingers. And you smack, and you hear the enormous thud against the door. You, as you illuminate everything, you see at the height beneath the ornamental designs where it's kind of wood carved in of beautiful, almost spirally patterns. You see at the two heights in the corners the looming faces of gargoyle statues. Only the heads.
Oh.
So you see the beautiful, kind of dull gray, horrible, grotesque face as their mouths are open and their fangs are exposed. And you see just behind the heads the points of wings pointed out.
This seems like a lovely place. Why are we here again?
I hiss at them.
There was trouble.
I mean,
We're here to check it out.
And another
Let's
crack
look in
of
some
thunder.
windows. Are there windows on the first floor? Okay, let's look in some windows.
okay,
Am I
so
tall enough to like climb up to a window?
I mean, yeah, there are windows on the exterior.
Okay.
But as you see around, you can see that towards the east and west edge of the building, it's very large. It looks like it's about 30 or more feet high, 40 or more feet high, and it looks almost around that same height in width, possibly a little bit wider than it is tall. But you could go east or west. To the east, you can see that it kind of looks almost as though it wraps around and there's small vines creeping up from the sides. And you can see that in that direction, almost in some of the flashes of lightning, you could have sworn you saw flowers.
Flowers?
And to the west, you see no vines. You see only kind of small descent down into the waters below.
I
Well,
run
we
to
ain't
the
going back
flowers.
there.
As though it's a very small area to the west, maybe only 20 or 30 feet before it begins its downward trajectory once more into
I
the
run
lake.
to the flowers.
All right, I want to see what kind of flowers these are with a nature check.
Okay, go right ahead. We rush towards the flowers.
Uh,
Are you as well going with them towards the
7.
flowers? 7.
I mean, I'm running towards
I've had
them.
some bad experiences in the past with flowers. So
Pretty flowers!
So the other side, it goes down.
Oh, we
back
do
to
have a
the
canary.
waters.
It looks like it's a small kind of flat little grassy area. It looks like there's a small little singular person kind of filed walkway of dirt.
I want to check that out.
You want to go that way?
Yeah, I want to be the different one.
Wonderful. So you two go towards the flowers and you go towards the walkway path to the west.
What do the flowers look like?
So as you approach the flowers, you do have dark vision, but everything is grayed out to you. So you can see they have similar kind of petals as sunflowers do, where
I
it's
start
the
picking them.
large...
Oh,
Roll initiative.
Make a constitution saving throw.
come on.
Oh, they're poison.
Don said, and she's dead.
11.
11. Okay, so, it's only 1. So as you pluck the flower by its root from the small little potted plant area, small thorns pluck into your hand,
Ow!
as though this flower is some sort of horrific hybrid, you could say.
What?
Horrific hybrid.
A terrible toad
Sunflower
croaks in the
rose?
distance. A sun rose. The sun
And
will never
bees.
rise for you again.
What? Don't do that stuff!
And you
It's
hear
manic.
mosquitoes and crickets chirping all around you as the beautiful, serene sounds of nature begin to waft in.
Hey,
Everything
that's
feels
nice.
abandoned. You take the pathway to the west, and as you approach the edge of the building, you see very swiftly, almost at your same height, around the height of your chin actually, creeping fingers
No! Back it up!
appear just around the edge, gripping onto the side of the house.
No. I turn around. I'm like,
You turn around and walk away.
What did you see?
So you just hustle right back over.
I'm like,
No more animal friends today.
What's got you in a panic?
You all hear in
Come
the
on, just one word.
You hear in the distance further east from you the creaking sound of a metal gate swaying in a wind that you don't feel on your skin.
I don't like this anymore. I'd like to go back. We can't go back. Oh no. Oh no.
We're not going back.
Is there a window anywhere?
Our boat's sunk
Are you
anyway.
looking for windows?
Yeah. I'm looking for windows.
Looking for windows. I want to look for windows. Please let me look for windows. let me. I mean, yeah, you can see that as you kind of like lean around, this opens up and the gate creaks once more in the distance. You can see that around, as you look further towards the east, the lake stretches, or the small landmass here stretches further east than it seemed to the west. You can see in this area that it kind of opens up into a sprawling, what looks like it should be a garden. You see small elevated lands formations in which they could do some kind of potting here, some kind of fertilizer-like garden. You can see that around the perimeter of it, stretching about 50 feet to the east, you can see kind of dilapidated, broken portions of large, long-standing metal fences with sharp points at the height. You can see that the vines kind of creep through up and down, illuminated barely by the light as it reflects off the lake water from the moon.
Where's the closest window to that?
On the building, right
So,
to
like,
your
how,
left.
Is it high up or is it like?
No, it's first floor.
Somebody get in?
It's maybe 10, 15 feet ahead of you.
Yeah,
you would
we
have
got
to
it.
walk.
If they get
you would
mad,
have to walk
well, they
slightly
didn't answer
into
the knock.
garden.
Forgive me. I'm just gonna grab whatever I find a rock and just throw it in.
Okay, roll for investigation as you look for a rock around you.
Okay, first. 17.
17.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, yeah,
That's no rock.
you find a moderately sized rock here, and you grip it and you take it to the window.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it to the window, and I'm like,
Don't throw it through. There could be someone on the other side.
I look on the other side.
Do it.
You look on what other side? You mean
I'm
you
I'm
look
looking
through the window?
Yeah.
You peer in through the window? So as you peer in through the window, you see a dimly lit room, almost beautifully furnished, like it's a dining room where you can see a wonderful oval red-shaped rug embroidered with golds and silvers. You can see it above it is standing a large, maybe 30-foot long. No, not 30 feet long. I'm kidding. Maybe. Oh.
It feels like that to you, though.
Yes, but I mean, as you look in, you can see that it's like an 8-foot long, enormous, beautiful dining table.
So I think to myself, oh, they've got money.
Well,
You
we
can
know
see
they've
that
got
it's
money. Look at the
decorated
place.
with 8 chairs, ornamentally designed and beautifully carved. You can see that on the table there are these almost immaculately clean white and gold embroidered plates where there are many table settings laid out adjacent to it, full of forks, several of them.
It's just dim light, like it's like.
Correct. You can see that there are, torches adorning the walls where they're kind of giving off this kind of waft of small
Okay.
orange light
So before I-
illuminating the room.
Before I break it in, I'm gonna knock first on the window.
You knock on the window.
Yeah, just knocking on the window.
You feel your fingers tap lightly against the very chill glass of the window.
Oh, I got like a chill from that.
Yeah, you touch it, and as you do, you almost feel it resonate down your wrist and your arm,
I dropped the rock. I'm like,
wrapping through your chest and into your heart, and you just gasp and sigh.
I dropped the rock.
You drop
All right,
the
do you
rock.
want to break in?
I want to break in. I go grab.
You grab the rock.
The same
grab
rock, but now it's a two-handed weapon.
Okay. You grab the rock. Just so you know that. Are you playing catch?
No, I threw it in.
You throw it at the window.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hear another crack of thunder as you pick up the rock, and lightning strikes once more, and the gate creaks in the distance. And as you lift the rock and you begin to push towards the window, you see in the window, as you prepare to throw the rock, an old woman's face, very haggard, very withered, and covered in wrinkles. You can see that she has short, curly white hair and short, circular, gold-framed glasses, and her face is gaunt and hollow, and she just stares,
I scream and fall.
open-mouthed.
I scream and
And
fall
I
to the
drop
ground.
the rock. Oh, don't look at me like that. Stop looking at me like that.
All right, I draw my scimitar. Who are you?
You scream at the old woman in the window,
Yeah.
and you see, very briefly, she just inhales and then gives you a coy smile, and then breathes against the window pane. and you hear a great gasp, and you see the window pane in a small section illuminated by the condensation and the heat of her breath. And as that small smoke forms, she presses her finger to the window and traces down in a smooth line, and a smooth line, and a smooth line, and a smooth line, and a final smooth line.
How many was that?
5.
5.
Okay. You're 5?
And then she picks her fingers up once more and breathes. And then connects in the center of the first 2 lines. And then
The center
the
is-
third line traces the height and the middle and the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
And then
smart.
the fourth
Look at
line
me.
traces just at the bottom, and at the final line breathes once more deeply and curves at the height, writing help in the window. And lightning flashes, and suddenly the face is gone.
Okay.
Did you guys see that?
No, what are you talking about? No, I'm just kidding.
Don't fuck with fuck snacks.
No,
Is it
help,
still-
help us!
Is it still there?
No, it's disappeared after
No,
the
the
flash.
fog, like.
Oh, is help
also.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, so,
You
very
could roll
spooky.
for investigation and see if you could see.
Fuck snacks is
Natural
crazy.
20.
You see fingerprints
Oh, I got a 2.
in a
17.
small pattern in the word help in the fingerprints. No condensation, no face. And as you lean closely to the window, you don't see any illumination inside of this room. It appears very dark and dank, and it looks almost as though there are cobwebs strewn from chair to chair.
I think this place is moving between different times in its own history. Sometimes it's inhabited, sometimes it's brand new, and then other times it's in ruin.
I'm just like, what?
I just pick
Well,
up the
it's
rock
fun.
again and throw it through the window.
It's been great with all of you. Have a go. Well, anyway,
Does it
whatever
break the
that
glass?
is, I don't like it. I'm not gonna find anything.
And the gate creaks, and you hear footsteps behind you as you are all
I broke it.
facing
I
the
just scream
house.
really loud.
And you hear dense, heavy.
Whoa! What? What?
I threw the thing through it, and I'm like trying to climb
You're gonna
up.
throw the rock at the window.
Yes, and I'm trying to climb up to get away
Okay.
from whatever's
Make
behind
an
it.
athletics check to throw. Throw the thing.
9.
9. So you throw the rock, and as you do, it breaks a small portion of the window, and you hear the glass shatter and crack, and pieces of it fall inwards. But only a very small hole is broken.
I'm
All right.
jumping up. I'm up there. I'm up there.
As the
I'm
footsteps,
panicking.
Yeah, we're like
as
all
the
right
footsteps, as the
my loot.
footsteps grow closer, you hear it almost like it's dragging something very heavy behind it,
It's a
and
dead body!
and chains rattle as the figure moves closer to you.
I throw my
I
loot
draw
in.
my
I'm grabbing
scimitar.
it. Nope. I'm going in.
Go! Are you guys through? Did
yeah.
they get through?
I'm climbing. I'm
You
climbing.
hear horrible whispers of laughter as you pull yourself up and burst through the small portion of glass that you broke. And as you crash down onto the floor inside, you feel glass chilled press against your little goblin-y skin.
Oh.
And the two of you also leap up in.
Yeah, yeah.
You
and
go
I'm-
first, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll go in, and then I'll come back out and try to grab you out. In.
All right.
Sounds good.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So am I in already?
You're going first.
Yeah, you're
yes.
good.
I'm good?
Make
Okay.
your athletics
Okay.
check to see if you can climb
You're
in.
picking glass out of your arms.
That's fine.
8.
8. You leap up and you feel your fingers just crush down onto the fragments of glass as they burst through your fingers and palms. And you take
Yikes.
1 piercing damage as blood trails down your palms over your wrists. Do you pull yourself up?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Make another strength check. 4.
This thing kind on
You're
this.
gonna bleed out before we
Yeah,
even fight
I
anything.
lost that. Did that fall on the floor?
Yes.
It's fine. I'll grab another set. Why? Why does it
Wait,
bounce
I
this
got
way?
it. I got it.
I'm literally rolling it right there, and it's just bouncing off.
There.
Oh, thank you. You take 4 piercing damage
Yikes.
as the glass presses deeper into your palm, and it's almost like as you pulled, you ripped down, and now horrible wounds have trailed and snaked and formed like a W in your palm as they converge in one central point over your fingers,
Yep.
or over the middle of your palm,
Yep.
in each hand, and you hear and a breath of cold air strikes along the back of your neck.
Why are you breathing on me? Don't breathe on me like
Hey,
that.
hey, focus. Come on, pull me up.
He's not even in.
I'm not even in yet.
Yeah, he's literally been going like this
All right, I'm
over
gonna
and
give you
over.
a boost. I'm gonna boost
There
it.
you go.
Thank you.
Make an athletics check.
19.
So yeah, you push his ass in. As you do, you feel the glass once more go. You know that like cold, horrible feeling where it's an open wound and something pushes through it once more,
Ugh, yes.
and the area's kind of started to fill with blood. And you press forward and you watch as this horrific figure, coated in now reddish black blood as it's not remotely being illuminated by any light source around you, just falls forward and smacks the ground on the wood floor next to you.
And I pull out my 2 short swords. Do I say it's her? Her?
And I'm a dude.
Yeah.
Him.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm used
now
to
you are out
fucking
here alone.
Guys, help me in. This thing's
So you
getting
got
closer
bloody
very
hand
slowly.
motherfucker over here, and Goblin who's too short to
Okay,
do
so
it.
I'm gonna grab my whip.
Yeah, just give me something to hold on
just
to.
Hold on to, and I'm gonna pull. Ow, it hurts really bad.
All right.
Pull, help me, help me. Pull.
What did you call me?
So you pull.
I'm like
Everybody
on
roll
her
for
leg.
strength.
Okay.
Strength checks.
19.
2.
I'm gonna pull you down here with me, aren't I?
You, as you step towards, because you throw your whip out for your partner to reach towards, as you throw your whip out and the lightning strikes, you see nothing behind him except the open expanse of the small garden and the creeping vines extending up the fences. And the metal gate at the one part,
Yeah.
at the northeast corner of it, swings once more and then shuts, and you see a small latch curve and curl into place. And in the brief glimpse of the lightning, you see footprints in the mud trailing right towards the window where you have all entered,
It was already there, or they're actually being made.
already there.
Well,
Right
those
up-
could just be our footprints.
No, right from the gate at the back
from the
northeast
gate.
corner, right to where you guys were, in a straight line, right
Gotcha.
to behind you, they complete. And you rip yourself up and burst through the glass and land here on the floor in the
my
dining
feet.
room on your feet, because you're a cat.
Cool.
in
All right,
a-
we're all in.
In a dank, dilapidated room.
Everyone
Coated
okay?
in cobwebs. Yeah, you're bleeding profusely out of both of your hands.
Anybody know any medicine? Well, there's got to be something here in this rich old house to help you with that.
Do I see actually at the table? Do I see any like cloths or like
We could use
napkins?
wine to disinfect. Sorry, germ theory's not a thing. My bad.
I mean, you might know that from your histories. Roll for history. We'll see whether or not you know.
14.
Yeah, you know that alcohols can be used to clean wounds.
Okay, cool. Let's get some booze and some cloth.
I don't. What kind of booze? I don't.
I don't actually. What kind
As
of
long
booze?
as the alcohol content is high.
I don't want to get drunk.
You hear a
You won't get
daft
drunk, it's
wind
just gonna hurt a
rush
lot.
through the hallways, and then you hear the echoing laughter of what sounds like children, intertwined with their small footsteps.
No.
Okay. Dining room table. Maybe there's a napkin.
You step towards the table.
I'm like twirling in a circle with my 2 short swords, just like,
Okay. As you approach the dining room table, the long, ornate table, you can see cracks in the wood in areas where it looks almost like moss is beginning to grow.
Moss can be used as a bandage.
I'm looking all over the table. I'm looking for just anything.
You see that there are small fragments of ripped, decrepit, old-looking cloths, as though they look dirty and covered in mold.
oh, just suck it up.
Why don't you just rip off part of your sleeve? Oh, okay. Let me do it. And I rip off part of your sleeve.
My beautiful shirts!
Here.
You're going to pay for that!
Yeah. All right.
This cost me a fortune.
Okay.
Do you wrap?
So
Make a
start-
medicine check, please.
I'm not very good at this, but I got a 13.
You carefully wrap the bandages around. You know, even though
As
it's
I'm
an
crying,
old,
'cause
it's an old, horrible, decrepit cloth, and you kind of look as though you stop most of the bleeding. You can tell that.
Wait,
what-
why is the cloth
Yeah,
bad?
my-
It's his sleeve.
Yeah, it was my.
Oh,
sleeve.
sorry. I thought you said you picked up the cloth. So
Oh,
yes,
no.
you rip.
No,
off,
I ripped
you
off
rip
his
off the part of
sleeve.
his sleeve. Okay. So yes, you wrap it around. You can tell that it's staunched most of the bleeding. There are small fragments of almost looks like gelatinous because it's coagulating
Coagulating,
from the
yeah.
heat of your hands as you press together, and your fingers kind of get sticky. And you can see it almost forms like webbing of gelatinous ooze between your fingers. And it's poorly lit in here. All you can see
Every
is just
scar's a story. Let's move on.
you just see gray around you as you look, and everything is mostly broken and dilapidated. You can see that there's, it looks almost like an armoire, a display case where the upper half is glass, but you can see that there are portions of it that are cracked open. One of the doors is already swung ajar. Inside you can see broken vases, fragments of good old days on the shelves.
I cast dancing lights to just keep illuminating.
You
everything.
illuminate things around you. As you illuminate things around you, you can see all along the shelves of the walls photographs, almost like small oil paintings in small wooden frames.
Any of them look like that creepy old lady?
The creepy old lady?
Yeah.
No, none of them look like the creepy old lady.
Anyone else?
Oh, yes, you can see that there are photographs of what seemed like maybe 5 or 6 people. Few of them look a little bit similar, younger women. You can see that there are 3 younger women, all of long, straight, beautifully immaculate kept hair. All of them are wearing very similar traditional white Victorian dresses, little froufs on the sleeves as they go straight down, adorned with black belts around their waist. You can see behind them stands one man, old and balding, his eyes gaunt, his face almost sunken with wrinkles and deep bags beneath his eyes, even in the oil paintings. And you can see that his hands are on the edges of the shoulders of the 2 girls on the sides.
Okay. Do they look comfortable with that? Can you tell?
Roll for investigation.
9.
9.
Well, 11.
11. They look, I mean, dismayed,
Okay.
but not.
Can't really tell why.
Yeah,
I
not
guess.
not in any hostile sense. They don't look threatened or endangered. They don't look fearful. They just look
Eh.
almost, yeah, like an empty kind of disappointment.
So this guy's named Pendleton.
Lord Pendlebottom.
Lord Pendlebottom.
Lord Pendlebottom.
So nothing. So the shelves and the painting, the frames, they look dusty, like they haven't been taken care of as well.
Oh yes, every frame looks dusted. Few of them look cracked and splintered on the edges. As you're walking over towards the shelves, your foot cracks on glass, and you can see on the ground here is one broken frame that you have now stepped on the glass framing of it, and it's cracked beneath your boot.
I don't want to touch any glass. Could someone look at that, please?
Sure. Send a light over here.
And I bring down one of the lights.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Yeah, so you look down. You bring your light down. You can see a kind of splintered piece of wooden frame, and down beneath it, a small rectangular canvas. You see the back of it.
Oh, okay. I'll pick it up and turn it over.
So you turn it over. And the window where you entered breaks.
All over again?
As you turn it. No, the rest of it.
Oh, gotcha.
So you
It's
had
just-
only broken through like the bottom part. The height of the window kind of breaks. And you turn the canvas over and you see a singular woman and an expression of horror hidden in her eyes. And you can see her hand is just clasped over her mouth like this. And she's just looking far out into the distance.
They
Now,
collected,
is this a painting or is it a photograph?
Painting.
they
Okay.
collected some weird art here.
Yeah. She look like the other women in the paintings?
Yes, she does. She looks definitively older.
Okay. Family resemblance, though?
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay.
look over and I peek at the painting that he's holding.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, that's the lady.
Yeah, you're sure?
It looks like the lady.
Hmm.
Just
Well.
less scary looking. She was scary when
I
she was
think
in
we
the
went to the
window.
wrong place, actually.
I think we should just go.
We're at the wrong lake house.
We should go to another
I think there's
lake
plenty
house.
of trouble to be found here, and that's what we came to look for.
But what if we... we should go back. Let's go.
Yeah, well, we should have brought a local with us, because I have no idea what any of this means.
I don't want to be here anymore.
How do we get back?
I mean, we can't swim it. No, that for
70,
sure.
70 miles or feet?
I mean, this big of a lake house, they gotta have a boat stored somewhere. It's probably better than the one we came on.
Almost like to the west, that little path might have led to a boathouse.
Oh, I'm not going back out there. Let's use our instincts to get to the west.
Our instincts. You hear another daft wind rush through the home, and suddenly the torches illuminate around you. And in that brief glimpse, you're just overcome by the bespectacled room.
Hello?
Suddenly illuminated. The display case beautiful, full of ornamental plates and dishes, silverware, and the table looks full and glorious once more.
Anybody home?
Wait, everything looks good now? Like on the table?
Oh, when the
clean?
flash of the torches go. But the torches dissipate in an instant. And you are left once more here in a dilapidated room. And you hear the
Where's that clock?
you hear the daft wind rush through the home once more. And you feel against your backs from the open window the chill of the air striking you.
Okay, so if we went through... So the window we went through, is it the front of the house or the side of the house?
Side of the house. East side of the house.
Right, where the vines are.
So we're going to go
You want to
Same way
cross
we
the
came in?
house?
the other way. They cross the house.
We could try leaving through the door.
You hear in the distance the creakings of floorboards, as though something exerts pressure on them somewhere in the house.
What was that?
I don't... I'd rather not be here anymore.
You can't tell if it's above you or on the same level.
Okay, so right now we're in the dining room.
Correct.
Is there like a hallway? Like what?
Yeah, and you can see kind of openings.
Okay, I peeked through
Let's
one of
let's
the
look around a
openings.
little bit before we
Yeah.
head
So you see one opening opposite of where the window that you had entered in, so would have gone towards the central portion of the house once more. And you can see one more opening all the way to the right of you. So table, doorway going in towards the center of the home, and then a small one here at the right corner.
Okay, are there any bookshelves? Or like anything I can board up the window we just went through?
There are the shelves on which the pictures hang, but you
Take
would
all the
have to
pictures
take
off.
all.
Are there any pictures big enough that we could just place it right over the window and pretend like nothing happened?
Yes, there is.
What's the picture of?
It's a family portrait.
What's in it? Like who's in it?
Oh, you
Like,
can
what?
see the three younger girls sat kind of cross-legged on small gold-adorned chairs with kind of like a red leathery substance for the backing and the seat. And you can see behind them, standing, is the woman whose shrill, haunted face you saw in her individual portrait. You can see that she's got a great smile, looking straight ahead. And you can see adjacent, or next to her, the old man, balding, with small trims of hair around the edges of his scalp. And you can see his hand almost lightly gripping against her collarbone on the opposite side of where he is standing.
Is he smiling or like what's
I
his
know-
expression?
I know where we are.
What's his expression?
Yeah, if she's
roll
smiling.
roll for
We're in
investigation.
the Playboy Mansion. This is Hugh Hefner.
12.
12. You can see that he looks pleased.
And then what do the girls look like?
The girls look, I guess, afraid is the easiest way to describe it. Not in a dangered sense, but they look, again, dismayed, almost empty, and
Okay.
their faces, despite their youth, they have deep bags beneath their eyes. And their eyes just hold something to them where they look almost empty.
Yeah, let's go put this up against the window. I don't want to look at this anymore.
Perfect. Perfect fit. Does anybody have a nail?
I don't think we just carry those around.
Wait a minute. Can I put the canvas on the shards of the glass?
Sure, you can try to embed
Try
it
to,
in.
like,
Trying to like prop it in there?
Yeah.
So you weave it in, over a course of a minute or so. You're capable of weaving it in. As you all elevate the picture towards it and you look out into the garden, lightning strikes again and you can see that the gate is open. And there are no footsteps in the mud. And you can see that the four plots, the 4 square plots of elevated land encased with wooden frames, you can see that suddenly there's growth of flowers.
I know where we are. It's a dream. I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming. It's fine, everybody.
We're dreaming.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm actually just gonna wake up in my nice little home. It's fine. Yep. Yep. Yep.
And you
Any
hear the
minute now.
floorboards creak once more, and the laughter fills the house.
Let's try and go upstairs.
I want to get out of. Okay, let's go upstairs. Yeah. Okay, let's go upstairs.
And you hear again the same
Oh. I'm power walking.
the same heavy footsteps in the mud. You hear those inside the house
Oh.
in a hallway very near to you.
And I'm just like, stop.
And then you feel in the ground almost the small shakes of the last step of the heavy boots. And then you hear the clanging of chains. And suddenly the sounds grow heavy again as the boots continue. And you hear them rattle and clank against wood. And you feel that thud. And you hear the boots grow distant. And the chains crack again against wood. And you hear another distant footstep.
It's going down
Like-
the hallway away from us?
As though it's going
Up.
up
Up
Oh.
the steps.
a set of stairs. And you hear the creak of a railing.
Is there one set of stairs?
You don't know yet. You haven't been in the house.
Okay, let's.
Let's get upstairs.
I'm gonna peek into the hallway. Like, what do I? I'm peeking.
Which hallway? There's 2 openings. There's the one opposite the window, and then there's the one to the right.
Opposite window.
Opposite the window? So you step towards it, and as you take a few steps and you crest beyond the area where the table and the chairs are, and you can see that there's the display case to your right, and you enter into the entranceway of where the door would have been, and you can see metal hinges on the side to the left of the door frame, kind of broken and bent. Not like they were struck with something, almost as though they were ripped and displaced. And as
Okay.
you peer into the hallway, which direction do you look? Straight,
Both.
right, or left?
All 3.
All 3?
So
Pick one
obviously,
fucking first.
I'm looking straight first because
So
that's normally where you would look first.
Correct. So as you look out, you can see that it almost looks like it's the foyer of the home, the entryway.
Do you
So
see the stairs?
Yes, you see the stairs slightly off to the right against a kind of like mostly intact wall. Before these stairs begin to ascend upwards, you can see just barely to the left the open door, or the door to the front of the house, the entrance, and opposite you see a shut door with a golden knobbed handle.
So this was me just looking straight, or this
Just
was
straight. Straight and then a little bit of the left because, again, the entranceway is almost right there.
Well, then I look to the right.
So you kind of lean your head out
I'm like,
and you look to the right.
yes. Like peeking, like you can literally see like my eyes. And, like
So
the top of-
you just-
so like here up is what you can see.
So you peep out to the
Yes.
right, and you see kind of a long, narrow hallway, kind of concluded at the one side by the stair. As the stairs ascend upwards and disappear from your sight, the walls kind of jut out a little bit more as they return to this long, narrow hallway. You can see directly to your right a small, kind of longer rectangular table, only about 3 feet high, and you can see on it a candelabra covered in webs. And you
Is
can
it
see that there.
lit?
No, it's not lit. You can see that there are 3 kind of like short, medium-sized, I guess, candles. Say about this size.
Yeah.
Not that wide, obviously,
Yeah.
but in the candelabra.
Need a light?
Yes, please.
Alright. Oh, you have fire stuff?
Whoa!
Dancing lights?
Well, I was gonna light
I
the
don't think it
candle.
would
Like the
illuminate
candelabra.
that.
Oh, really?
no.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So, light all the candles for you.
Yay, thanks.
So you grab the candelabra.
Yeah, because it's like it's the same height as me, so I go.
So you reach up and grab the candelabra.
Yeah.
Now you're standing in the hallway to be able to do that,
Uh huh.
just so you know.
Uh huh.
So you
I'm being a brave girl.
you step out and turn quickly to the right and grip at the candelabra.
God damn it, Todd!
And suddenly the doorway, the entrance doorway, creaks ajar slightly.
I run back into the room with them.
Whoa! And then you illuminate the candelabra. Well, the candles on the candelabra?
Yes.
Okay. So you light all the candles, and you can see just the face of this timid little goblin shaking behind the
What
flames.
happened?
The door creaked open.
The front door?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
But wait,
Maybe it's just the wind.
but how did that open? Did we ever actually try opening the door up front?
We just knocked.
No,
and
we
it tried
just
to
knocked.
open.
And you hear
And then
a
we broke
great
a window.
crash from the hallway. And
Well,
you,
we were in a panic at the time.
and you turn and you see that the front door is closed.
It,
But you see on the ground this trail of mud from
Where's
the
it leading?
small carpet leading down the hallway beyond the area that you can see. It's just standing here in the doorway.
Follow that mud. Let's do
okay,
it.
you first.
Okay. I draw my scimitar and start heading down where the
go.
mud is.
And I hand you the candelabra.
Okay, I
'Cause
got
I wanna take out
candelabra
both
in
my
one
swords.
hand and
And I'm gonna
scimitar
have
in the
my
other.
lights just going around me.
Just illuminating you
Yeah.
particularly.
Can I have a light?
You get this one. I'm gonna send out just like a red one.
Thanks.
So you have a red light illuminating around your head.
A green, red, green, blue, and white.
Okay.
honey.
Oh, can I have a blue one?
No, it's my favorite color.
Okay. So we begin walking down the hallway. And are we walking in the mud or are we walking next to the mud?
Oh, I'm not touching anything in this place.
Yeah, I'm not.
Except for the candelabra in your hand.
And the canvas that I flipped over.
No other things.
If I need to reveal information, I guess I'm gonna have to touch.
There you
But-
go.
But
So you
not touching
begin-
the mud.
You begin walking down the hallway. It kind of, like I said, it narrows out to the point where you guys are almost walking comfortably single file, but you can see that there's, on the sides of the walls, you can see that there are other small oil paintings here. Looks various like servants, almost like maids and butlers in various states of dress. Some of them occupying themselves with kitchenware or serving people at the dining tables. As you're walking further, you can see that there is kind of like a what looks like to the left of you a small knob, but you don't see any wood for a door. Just looks like it's in the wall itself, but a very small, maybe only a few inches in diameter knob.
Pull on the knob. I put one of my shorts.
Just can't help it. There's
I
a thing
have
in the
to,
wall.
I
Ah,
must
touch it, touch it, touch it.
I gotta touch everything.
Okay.
Except for the ghost. Fuck the ghost.
So you grab the knob.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do when you grab it?
I twist it like a knob.
Bop it.
Twist it.
Twist it.
Pull it.
I twisted and tried to pull on it.
Twist. Pull.
Yes.
And you feel the house kind of creak.
The house?
Nice.
You feel the house kind of like lurch as you twist the knob.
Maybe that's a load-bearing knob.
And it feels almost like the house, the hallway that you're in condenses.
I stopped touching it. I'm done
You
touching
release
it.
the knob.
I'm done
and the
touching
knob creaks back and returns to its regular position. And you feel like the house is wider, but you don't know.
Try pushing it.
You push it.
Okay. I twist it and try pushing it.
So you twist and push inward.
Yeah.
You twist and push inward, and you feel kind of like the knob goes into the wall and disappears, and you see just a small opening where the knob once was.
Peek. Jesus Christ.
What was that?
Megatron's here.
Oh my god, Don!
I don't know if that's in the house.
That gave me a freaking heart attack. Okay. Yeah, let's peek. Yeah.
You lean down and look in.
Yeah.
Do you lean towards the hole at all, or are you just staying, like a few inches, maybe
your
6 to 8
eyes
I mean,
inches?
I'm not
or do
right
you
up
put-
against the wall because I need my candelabra to see.
Okay, so you're gonna hold the candelabra down, like below the hole, and then you're gonna look from behind the
Sort of
candelabra.
through, yeah.
Try to look through it. Okay, make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay, that's my speciality. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do well though. 9.
9. Okay, so as
Oh
you...
wait, 11. Sorry.
11. As you lean down and look through the hole, suddenly a very sharp, thin-pointed object flourishes out and presses right through your nose, like right at the bridge,
Ugh.
right in, like almost where it's piercing your septum. And you feel that immense pressure and the piercing sensation and the crushing of the area of your septum, and your cat-like reflexes just meow. And you lurch backwards and almost fall as you stumble, and you see still darkness there.
What? What happened?
I got stabbed. It hurt.
Do I see like blood coming from his nose?
Mm-hmm.
You got stabbed in your nose?
Yeah.
Hang on, I got the way to fix this. I'm gonna go to his sleeve and rip it.
I don't need a bandage.
And I'm just like dabbing his nose. Right.
Aw, poor
Yeah.
baby.
It's fine. I'll fix you up a little bit. There you go. Gotta repay the favor. I don't want to have any dues after this.
Can I stab my sword into the hole?
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Your short sword?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your short sword's gonna go back in time and stab me in the nose.
Do you stab?
Yes.
Okay.
I like quick stab though. I go. "Ee-ee."
And you try to... So are you putting the full length of your blade into the hole? Or just the tip?
No, just the tip.
Just
like,
the tip.
it-
So you just...
don't give it all at once.
You just tease the hole.
Yeah. Tease it with my tip.
Oh.
Fuck
you
Sax loves teasing holes with its tip.
And you just...
Yeah.
And you do. And you feel no resistance, only air. And you pull back out. Evidently the Coast Guard are here.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know what to do with, I don't know what to do with that one, Don. We don't have air horns.
My fur is all puffed up. I'm trying to like get it.
No, I'm calm.
That's cool. That's
Cool
fine.
and collected. I did, I guess, make a horn noise. So yeah, you just kind of feel nothing.
And nothing comes out. Nothing.
Nothing comes out.
I don't feel like it went into something.
No. Air. But you hear echoing laughter of children
From that area.
Oh.
from the area inside the hole in the wall. And it's loud and boisterous at
I wanna
first,
look
and then
behind me.
fades into the distance.
I'm looking right behind me and see if there's anything there.
So you turn around back towards. You turn, and you can see that that doorway across from where you guys had gone in is open slightly.
Open.
And
Someone's
you
here.
hear a heavy creaking of the floorboards almost directly above where you are standing at the top of the stairs.
Is something upstairs?
Should we keep exploring the servants' quarters first?
Want to get out of here? Fucking go.
Only way out is through.
So you turn around and are looking at them, correct? So in quick succession, you hear the slam of a door. And then you hear something heavy, dense, tumbling, as though thrown, cracking down the stairs until it lands in a heap mass at the bottom of the stairs.
So we can't see anything?
I mean, if you look that way, you can.
I look at, yeah, I look at the bottom of the
Yeah.
stairs.
What's that
So
noise?
you turn,
Yeah.
you see thrown down the stairs what looks like the heap of a body.
Well, come on. Let's check it out.
Oh, that's throwing up. Blech. Right there. Just blech.
I like tiptoe up to the body.
You're going to begin walking towards the body.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a brave
So again,
goblin.
you guys were slightly into the hallway, and as you turn and begin, because you just see it kind of like crack down the areas of the railing, and you can see that there's a small area where the railing is broken in the middle, and you can see as it's thrown and you turn, you can see that it's cloaked all in black, and it dances down the stairs and it cracks and it thuds, and you guys turn and see it and realize what's going on, and you take a step, and you see the door at the bottom of the steps open, and you hear a quick as something heavy is pulled and scratches along the wood floor, and you all rush to the area, and all you see is a fragment of black cloth on the ground and a boot.
Oh.
How big is the boot?
Looks like a normal size human boot, maybe like a size 9 or a 10.
Like, does it look like a man's boot?
It looks like a man's boot. It's coated in mud,
Okay.
Boot to the head.
fresh mud.
I pick up the piece of the cloth
'Kay.
and I hold it.
As
I
you
keep it.
as you grab it and pull it up, you feel that it's warm to the touch. Not warm like body heat, warm almost like burnt. And as you look closer at the boot, you can see that the height, the area where it first opens, you can see that there are small charred portions of the leather, as though someone took fire to this.
I'm gonna look up the steps because it's right. We're at the bottom.
You're
of the
right
steps,
at the
I wanna
bottom
look
of the
right up
steps.
top.
You look right up at the top. Darkness there, and nothing more.
Can I throw one of my lights out there?
You have one of your lights climb up the steps, dancing as it goes. And you can see zigzag, zigzag. Do the right thing, Rickon. So you see the area where the center part of the stairway is kind of like broken, as though it's cracked inwards, almost like maybe from this body having been thrown down it. And as your light hits the top of the stairs, a piano jingles quickly, and your light disappears.
Did you do that?
You can see only
Yes.
the railing of the balcony
Totally.
extending to the right. And the piano continues to play.
Say, I think we got a ghost here.
You first, mister?
All right, let's climb the stairs.
And as the piano finishes its tune, you hear a harp string melodically in the distance.
Do we have a harp?
He's like feverishly.
Harp sound. Harp sound.
Control
Harp.
F. First, I was afraid.
And now
Okay,
you're
let's go.
petrified.
Let's go up.
Roll a con saves. You're petrified. You ascend the stairs.
Okay. Seems
I'm
stable
last.
We're
enough.
walking.
I'm last.
So 1, 2, 3, up the stairs.
I'm third.
No, you're second.
Yeah, I was gonna say no.
Yeah, 1,
I'm
2,
gonna be in
3.
the middle.
Yes. So
This
as we're
way.
ascending the stairs, it's
I look behind me before I in the middle of the
So
arch.
you climb about 6 of the 12 to 13ish steps and turn around quickly. Are you looking at the door? Are you looking at the entrance door? Are you looking into the room where you once were?
So as I'm looking to my right,
Mhm.
I'm assuming that's where we came from, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna look at that first, and then I'm gonna look down to the entrance.
So you peer back over the railing, over the area in which it's broken, and you see the area where the table was that you took the candelabra. You can see almost like soot fingerprints indented only against the edge of it, as though something in a rush grabbed it to stabilize itself. And you can see very quickly, almost like a flash, the foot and leg of a small child disappear into the dining room that you came in through.
Oh, I see the child.
You see what looks like a child's foot.
I just scream.
What? What?
Thank you, Don.
Child, you need to speak. What?
Do we all...
All right, I look over the banister.
Oh, so we all look off the stairs to
I'm
the
not
right.
looking. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Not looking.
Where are
She
you?
can't even get over the
Where
banister.
are you looking?
I'm looking like
Through the little bars?
Actually, yeah, just do that. I'm
Okay,
looking through the
so
bars.
everyone looks to the right, and you just
It's
see
gonna be a jump scare.
the fingerprints.
I got him. We turn back around.
Yeah, so I mean, you see like the soot fingerprints, almost like someone was playing in the soot of a fire.
Why would they do that?
Gross.
You see nothing in the entranceway towards the dining room.
Well, we're not going back there. Let's get going.
All right,
Let's go.
let's keep making our way up.
We turn back towards the height of the stairs. So you're in the front. So
Yes.
make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oof. 8.
8. So, kind of tumbling down very swiftly, a small ball made of rubber,
God damn it! You watch too many horror
like leather,
movies.
just cracks down the first couple of steps and then strikes you in the shins. And you hear in the distance, at the height of the steps, almost like the hallway down, you hear a laugh.
I pick up the ball.
So you lean down and you pick up the small leathery ball. You know, it's maybe the size of, like, a little bit bigger than a softball. Maybe closer to a soccer ball.
Throw it back up.
Just a little toss.
Ding ding ding
Little
ding.
toss back in the same direction.
So you
Stop!
So you lift the ball and you throw it up towards, and you hear it crack and bounce. Boing, boing, evidently, as it disappears from your sight once it's thrown.
That's much better, yeah.
Yeah, it's so much
Yeah.
better.
You hear,
Basketball
Stick to that
sounds
one.
choice.
you hear it kind of fade into the distance.
You gonna toss it back?
Your voice just kind of
Stop
echoes,
talking to it.
echoes through the height. No answer.
All right.
And we're just standing here on the stairs.
Like 3 jackasses. All right, let's get
You should
upstairs.
keep walking.
And you keep walking.
Yep.
You walk to the height of the stairs, and as you step up, you can see that there's a small room looking here to the right immediately of you, kind of like a small little balcony, that railing that stretches out, and then it concludes with a room. You can see the wooden door is shut. Again, it's got kind of like a gold-plated knob on it. You can see that around the knob it's coated in cobwebs. But the door itself looks intact and stable. You can see the hinges are still there. And as you look further down the hallway, all you see is gray, almost like it's cloudy in here.
Can you put your lights over there? Just want to test something.
So you send your lights down the hallway, and as your lights travel 5, 10, 15 feet, suddenly they flicker,
Oh.
and they grow brighter, and then extinguish.
Oh.
I'm gonna try again, but I'm gonna make cyan, magenta, and yellow and white, and just
Okay.
go.
So you make 4 Power Ranger colors, and throw them down the hallway, and again, 10, 15, 20 feet, and then flicker, and then and you hear thunder crack outside
That's
the
not
house.
supposed to happen. It's not supposed to happen.
Okay. Any ideas?
And despite the lightning you know that would follow thunder, you see no illumination ahead of you in the hallway.
Do you see that ball anywhere?
No, you don't see the ball at all.
Any other way besides this?
The door in the hall. Because we can go through that door on the side real quick and just take a peek. If we don't want to go down the long, scary, dark hallway.
Goblin, why don't you bash open that door?
She has a name. I don't remember it, but she has a name.
Bugsnax named it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Bugsnax.
Goblin, go open that door, please.
I won't do it until you say Bugsnax.
You feel almost like a heartbeat in the walls,
Oh.
as though the quiet makes you very aware of your own palpitations of your heart.
Just say fuck snacks.
And it feels like there's a chill emanating from the hallway ahead of you. And that cloud
I'm
in the
not
didn't, that
good.
mistiness, it feels like it's growing closer.
You could go open it then.
I don't need to. Fine, we'll just go the other way then.
Fine.
All right, you're leading. Your plan, your lead.
You hear a great crash of glass
Where?
and ceramics from the bottom of the house, in
Maybe
the
we should-
area of the dining hall.
We should go back downstairs.
And you hear a great yell of, "Where's my dinner?"
Ah! I'm like on his. How tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
Thank God you're furry.
I'm like wrapped like legs and arms like koala sloth like
Sloth-like.
like around his leg.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Let's go.
Where are we going?
Down the hall, right?
Oh.
Into the cloud? Into the mist?
I like Stephen King.
Right?
Just go already.
Well,
look at
downstairs sounds worse than some mist.
Fine.
All right, let's go.
And things grow darker as you ascend 5 steps forward, and darker at 10, and darker at 15, to where it becomes very difficult to see even a few feet in front of you, your own hand. You can see only the silhouetted outline of your fingers.
We could have went through the door, but you didn't want to.
You didn't want to say
You
my
hear
name.
what
don't need
sounds
to.
like the drips of water cracking through somewhere in the ceiling, and the heavy rain pours around you. You feel it splash against your skin,
No.
but you look up and you see nothing but cloud.
I'm gonna clap just to see if I can hear how far away the end of the hall is from us.
So you hear an echo, and an echo, and it fades.
So this sounds like a really long hall, huh?
Just keep walking. I don't want to just stand
turn
here.
around and then look behind me.
The lasers have got you.
That.
You know, the random noises are doing, they're doing something for
So
me.
you turn.
I'm just gonna like turn behind.
So
and
you
look.
turn back quickly, and you see fog. You see mist. You can't see the hallway with which you entered.
Don't get separated.
I can't get separated, and I'm
Yeah, you-
still like sloth on your leg.
All right, give me the end of your whip.
I was about to say, yeah. Let me give you the whip. And just yep.
All
So
right,
you
keep
give the
moving
whip
forward.
and you grab
Firmly
the whip.
grasping it.
Okay. We begin walking.
Yeah, right.
Here you go.
Walk.
So you take another few steps, and you feel the water pouring down on you more heavily.
Maybe there's like a balcony or something, and we're about to.
Who's peeing?
You feel it cracking through
I'm
floor.
sorry.
Oh, you're on my leg.
100% just peed on his leg.
All in his boot.
Oh.
Every time you walk down, that one leg's gonna just slush.
Slush.
Yes.
And you hear ahead of you what sounds like at first, but then it echoes all around you, the laughter of the children.
Oh no, not again.
Pee a little more.
And you feel against your foot the ball strike once more. So you actually also see this as it slaps against his leg.
Ah! It's the ball.
What should we do? Grab
Oh.
it again?
Pop it. I don't want to see this ball anymore. Pop the
Pop?
ball.
No. That'll make him angry.
You don't want to
Give me
make
the
them
ball.
angry.
I'm gonna have one of the daggers that I have in my back.
I'm like eyes in his like pants. Like I'm not
Just-
looking at
I
this.
can't see this anymore. And I just pop it.
And you pop the ball.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm scared. This is gonna be bad.
So you pop the ball and you feel it burst air, and the mist around you just briefly kind of like dissipates, and you see each
good
other.
call.
You see each other clearly.
I can see clearly now the rain.
The rain is not.
Well, the
gone.
rain's still here. but-
And lightning crashes.
Oh, cool. Very nice. That was good.
And the last of the air fades, and you see just all around your own skin of each other, the fog just kind of refill the areas between you.
Stab it again.
I mean, it's an empty leather thing now.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Okay. Did we see anything in the hall?
No, I mean, it
near
only
us?
dissipated to maybe like a 5-foot area around you. You did see that the floor beneath you is mostly cracked and dilapidated.
Oh, it's water damage. We gotta go back, guys. We're gonna fall through the floorboards soon
And
enough.
suddenly, footsteps rush past you, and you feel the winds of something very small, only maybe the height of your goblin friend, rush past you on either side of the hallway. And as they do, you feel the quick chill of fingertips caress your legs.
They're letting us off! They're letting us off!
Was that you?
No, that wasn't me.
Don't grab me!
For you, as they rush by you, they go through your hair.
Ugh.
You feel just the wisps of fingers rush through your hair and pull it back slightly, and then it falls once more to your shoulders.
It touched my hair.
Well, it's been nice. Let's go back.
You're late!
I turn around.
Fog.
Wait,
Where'd
Did
that
it
noise
sound
come
where
from?
did your lake come from? Was
Yeah,
it
did
just
it sound like
everywhere? Or?
Everywhere around you.
Sorry. Kind of got caught up on the way over the lake. You know, you got Crocs in there.
You hear your voice echo through the hallways. And at the end of what feels like the echoing part of your voice, as you can hear it fade away, you see a light illuminate ahead of you. You just see a small kind of circular part of the mist that looks almost like it's flickering and dancing, like a candle.
Should we hug the sides in case the floorboards in the middle might
Probably
be
a good plan. Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
do that.
So we approach the edge of the walls. So we try to walk east-west. So you step and feel no wall.
And I would have noticed by now that we would have hit something compared to.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And you hear
Let's
the
just head toward
harp
the light.
string once more.
That was fast.
And you hear a pattering of footsteps all around you.
I climb up his back.
Get a good vantage point.
The footsteps grow quicker, faster.
I'm like around your neck.
Dozens of pairs. Light footsteps, almost like dancing in a ballroom. And the harp continues to strum.
I want to get out of here! I want to get out of here! I'm just gonna go. Let's go.
Wait, you're gonna go away from the light?
I'm towards the light.
Oh, towards the light. Okay, yeah.
Let's go. I'm power walking.
All right.
So
Does it
we
get any closer?
we power walk towards the light.
Yeah.
You power walk towards the light. And as you do, you walk maybe what feels like 60 feet. And you find yourself in front of what looks like an illuminated mirror as it breaks through the fog. But you see in the mirror, standing with a small candle in its two hands, in front of all of your reflections, but staring at you,
Oh no.
a small girl in a short Victorian dress. She looks only maybe 8 years old, with thin black hair and pigtails.
I got this. Kids love cats. So I get down, I kneel down, I'm like, who are you? What's going on
While
here?
he's doing that, I'm gonna look. Is she with us?
Who?
This lady?
do
who's
The
you
little
need
girl
help?
in the mirror? Where are you looking?
Well, if she's like, I'm assuming like
She
where
looks
she
like
should be.
she's in front of you.
So I'm gonna look.
So like you see all of your reflections, and
And
then
then
her.
I'm gonna look down, right in front of me.
You look down. And you see a small leather ball at your feet.
Is it popped?
No.
Oh, I just killed a child.
And you hear some kind of...
fuck!
You
Can't
hear,
handle that.
You
That's-
hear whispering all around you, and the fog breaks. And you see around you a room of mirrors, and in each mirror a child holding a candle.
Different children?
The same little girl.
Fuck that shit.
I'm gonna have nightmares.
This kid needs help.
I need help.
I'm like, my face is buried in your fur, like in the back of your neck. I'm done with this.
It used to be a stuffed bed.
You hear incoherent whispering, but the face of the girl stays steady and no movement.
I need an adult.
So we're surrounded by these mirrors.
Mom, come pick me
Correct.
up.
Mama's getting too
And as
freaky.
you look, do you look backwards?
Yeah, I'm looking all around him.
So you look and you see mirrors all around, and as you turn back towards the hallway, you see in the silhouette of the light that comes back from the bottom of the stairs, you see the shadow of a man, about 8 feet tall,
Whoa!
standing, motionless. And
Pendle something, I presume.
You speak to it.
Yeah.
I whisper in your ear, Pendle bottom.
Pendle Brook. Pendle Bottom.
Bottom, like butt.
Yeah.
Bottom.
Yeah, I got you. Are you Pendle Bottom?
Nothing moves, nothing speaks.
We got a message that there was trouble here, and we came to check it out. But clearly you have things under control. So we're just gonna
Do you
take
two
our
look
leave.
back towards this?
Towards what?
Towards the
big
shadowy
shadow
figure in the hall behind
My
you.
face is like in his fur, so I kind of like.
So you
peek out.
turn, and
The
as
way
you
I watch
guys
horror
turn,
movies.
you can
Basically.
see that
Behind
the
a blanket.
illumination of the candles from the mirror projects your shadows out further towards the hallway. So as they turn, they see kind of this long, straight connection of shadow from you extending out over the wooden floorboards up into the shadowy figure of this man.
I'm gonna grab the ball and pick it.
You're
up.
going to turn around to grab the ball. As you begin to turn around, you see the face of the little girl with the candle right beneath her chin. So all you see is the illumination of her chin up, and her eyes, just all of them, turned towards you. You took it from me!
Fuck! 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 We're going! Let's go! Let's go! We're fucking going!
Were we surrounded by mirrors?
Yes.
I just drop everything.
Where did we
I
go?
got.
Maybe it's like Super Mario 64. We just gotta jump in one of them, collect the star.
What's a Super Mario 64? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Little star.
Yahoo!
So where do we run?
We can't see the steps anymore, right? No? Can we?
You
nothing
can only
left
see
to
a
do, it
long
seems
hallway.
like.
I guess just fuck it. Go down the long hallway.
I don't
Yeah.
want to fuck it.
So we rush back towards the hallway.
Yep. Actually, should we break the mirror?
I don't.
I mean, last time
We
I
have
broke
no
a mirror.
indication that that's
But
gonna
if we
help.
break the mirror, maybe that'll make the spirit come out of the mirror. And I don't want it to come out of the mirror.
Or we kill it. What's inside?
I don't think it's gonna kill it. I think it's gonna come
Let's
out.
get the fuck out of here.
I watch more horror movies than you, Carl.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
We rush back towards the hallway.
Yeah.
As we rush, and your shadow shrinks and you grow closer to the figure in the hallway, the silhouette that stands before you, it does not shrink. It does not grow. It stays steady. And as you approach it, maybe only 15 feet away now, you feel a chill in the air as something sighs heavily. You see condensation breathe out from the shadow itself.
Just keep
from the
going,
head.
Cat. We gotta get out of here.
Oh boy. I turn around. How close are we? Like, does it look like we moved?
Yeah, you look like you moved. You turn around, so you would see the mirrors again.
Yeah, but are they more at a distance?
They're at a distance.
Is there anything in them?
Is there anything in the mirror still? Yes, you see the little girl once more, just motionless, staring, empty ahead of
Don't
her.
turn into another jump scare. I know these things. I know them. That's me. I live with you. Just run towards the shadow. Let's go through it.
You were looking at the
Okay.
mirrors,
Not anymore. Not anymore.
so everyone turns around once more to look at the shadows.
Yeah.
As you turn back to once again engage the shadow in front of you, you hear a crack of thunder and a flash of lightning, and the shadow disappears briefly. As the light of the hallway illuminates everything in front of you, and you see only the stretch of clear hallway with what look like dozens of doors on either side.
I'm casting dancing lights. Is it doing anything happen?
You cast dancing lights, and as you do, you hear the patter of dozens of balls behind you.
They're all children.
My lights? The balls.
Maybe
The
we should just
balls!
take all the balls away from here. Maybe they contain the spirits of the children and we set them free.
Where?
There's like 20, it sounds like, behind you.
Anybody have a sack?
Do I have a sack?
You have bags. You have like little backpacks.
Let's carry as many balls as we can.
And
better than
suddenly
nothing.
they
They
stop.
sound angry.
And the last ball fades from silence. Or fades into silence. And you feel nothing at your legs.
Should have brought a torch with us. Should have brought a torch with us.
We have a candelabra.
Yeah, we got the candelabra.
Oh yeah, it's still with. Oh wait, is it lit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. It's okay.
It just was useless in the fog.
Okay.
And you feel, Carl, a hand grip the back of your leg right around your calf. And
Oh my gosh.
And squeeze. Lightly.
Something's on me. Something's on me. And I'm just like wagging my fucking leg.
Do you? You
Yeah.
move your leg. You feel it grip and squeeze into the meaty
I look-
muscle of your calf.
Oh, I look at it, whatever the fuck's grabbing me.
So you look backwards, and you see nothing.
Something's grabbing me, and I'm
And
looking
you
at my leg.
feel a
just-
hand on your hip, of the opposite side of your leg.
I didn't ask for this. I'm not consenting. There's no consent.
Do you want to hear a joke?
Yes!
No.
Tell us a joke!
You say yes.
Yeah.
And you call out yes, and you feel the hand on your hip just kind of fade away. Turn around.
Every now and then I get
Yes.
Okay, we turn around. Or I turn around.
You turn around?
You turn around, so I turn around because I'm
Oh, yeah.
attached to him.
I mean, you can like close your eyes or some shit if you would like.
no,
Yes.
I'm peeking.
Yes!
Turn around. And you see a classical piano now, and no mirrors. See in the corner of the room, a large piano.
You know how to
and
play
no
that?
mirrors. A small bench right in front of it, and you see the keys moving, and two hands on the keys, dancing across them.
Oh.
I'm gonna pull up my loot. Do I hear anything coming out of it?
You hear the piano.
I'm gonna start strumming to the actual tune of the melody.
As you do, you feel behind you a chill,
Ah.
almost pervasive around your entire body, just wash through you, and you see a shadowy figure, silhouette, walk towards the piano, pulls the bench, and has a seat, and then places the shadowy hands over the hands of the keys, where these detached hands were.
We're watching like memories of something.
Let's play the piano the same way that the hands are.
Okay.
I can't play. You're a bard.
I can't. She can.
I can't. I don't
I
know
don't
what
want to do it. I
instruments
don't want to do it. I
are.
don't want to do it.
Come
I
on,
don't
you
wanna
know
touch the
music.
creepy- I don't want to touch the creepy hands. Or the creepiness.
Stop being a wuss and do it.
If I lay across the top like a lounge singer, will
That's
you
some
do
good
it?
piano. That's some good piano for
I'll
this.
go up to it.
It really is, actually. That's creepy.
And as you take a step towards the piano, you hear the floorboards creak beneath your feet. And you two watch as your friend takes another few steps towards the piano, and the shadow that is sat on the small bench with what look like real dismembered hands at the edge of the wrists of the shadows are dancing along the keys of the piano. You hear suddenly, behind you, in the hallway, "We were supposed to play games."
Do the hands look like the same hand we saw on the boat?
No, they're not
That one was
skeletal. These
Okay.
look like human, dismembered
Okay.
hands.
So like at the part where they're cut
Correct.
off, you can see the
it's
gross.
Correct.
I'm.
In a very short, breathy voice, almost a whisper for you two to hear. "We were supposed to play games."
Anybody know any games?
I'm gonna continue walking up.
And you approach the bench, and as you do, you see the hands, and no shadow, just the hands, dancing across keys, continuing its melody.
I'm gonna just grab my lute and start strumming strings that sound like that and try to go.
And the bench crashes over, and the hands pause on the keys.
Oh God.
Do you continue playing? Or do you stop with the hands?
I'm gonna continue playing.
You continue playing, and the hands recede off of the keys and fall to the ground. And instead of striking the ground, they disappear in the shadows cast by the piano itself. And all you see is the bench kicked over.
I'm gonna pick up the bench, sit down, and start playing the song
As
I
you
just heard.
pick the bench up, you feel a heavy weight pressing it back down in your hands onto the ground.
Okay, I'm just gonna go walk up to the piano, standing.
So you walk up to the piano standing. Okay. And do you begin playing keys? As your hands...
I press one key first.
As your hand touches the ivory of the key, you feel something around your ankles gripping you, squeezing tightly into the flesh of your ankles.
Okay, I let go of the key. I let go of the key.
Yeah, so one of the hands is going to squeeze you thusly and deal 1 damage
Oh,
to you.
jeez.
Ooh, that's a real squeeze right there.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna let go.
So you remove your finger from the ivory key of the piano.
And I'm gonna just walk away from it.
Just back up.
Back the fuck up a little.
Yep. And
How'd it
as
go?
you leave the shadow of the piano, you feel nothing on your ankles any longer.
Alright, well they don't want anyone else playing piano. Don't go over there.
Okay. Well, let's get going. Let's head back. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Into the hallway.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we've been upstairs. Let's go to the fucking cellar next. Why not?
And we step back into the hallway. Okay. And as you step back into the hallway and you leave that kind of precipice of the room, that entryway, you again hear from behind you piano and harpsichord and the tapping of dancing feet. And the 3 of you stand here in the hallway, facing forward into the hallway with what looks like dozens of doors between the 2 sides ahead of you.
Dozens
Do
of
we
doors.
want to try opening some of them, or just head straight back?
You can try opening a door.
Okay. Just go to the first one I find on the right. Put my hand on the doorknob and turn it.
Okay, so as you approach the door and you place your hand on the gold-plated knob, in front of you, you can see that there is a small wooden placard.
Placard?
What
Wait.
what does that say?
Wait, yeah. What's written on it?
It says the name Rachel, burned in wood.
Hey, Rachel!
So your hand is on the knob, and you see the name, and you call out Rachel, and your voice echoes in either direction of the hallway, and to the east, you hear it dissipate into the music, and to the west, it echoes down the stairs.
Alright, I'm gonna open it.
So you creak the knob, and you push the door inwards. And as you push only a few inches, suddenly it's pressed back up against you and slams shut. And you feel a chill at your feet as this cold air extends out from the cracks beneath the door and the floorboards.
Okay, let's try another door.
Or just go. Or
Oh,
just
let's
go.
look at all the other placards. Let's read a few
Yeah,
more
let's see what
names.
they
What are
say.
they? I mean, you don't have to come up with a name for everything, but
Oh, I
Just-
do.
just names.
So you look to the opposite side of the hallway.
God damn it.
So you turn to the other door and you see a placard of wood, and in it burned the name Rachel.
Oh, they all say Rachel. Or maybe
Do
just
they
these
all say
two.
Rachel?
Or it's
You've
just
looked
some
at
weird
two?
kink.
Let's look at some
Yeah,
more.
let's look at all the Rachels. Or if they're not Rachels, then those.
Are
Let's
they
check them
all-
out.
Are they all named Rachel?
You ascend to the next pair of doors, and it says Rachel, Rachel,
Next pair.
I'm just
Rachel.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Rachel,
Next pair.
I'm gonna assume that they're
Rachel,
Steve.
Rachel.
Bertram?
One more.
The last pair?
Yeah.
Rachel, Rachel.
Do you want to try opening the last door to the left?
Sure. Can't hurt.
And the door hurts you.
Whoa!
So you twist the knob.
Yeah.
Do you call out?
Nah.
And you
This time I'm going in stealthy.
open the door quietly. Roll for stealth, please.
I have advantage on stealth, so I don't get a 1.
There you go. Very good.
16.
16. Yeah, so you open the door quietly. It creaks very lightly. And you can see inside a very small room for a child. You can see a circular rug on the ground, is only a few feet in from the door. And you can see in the corner a small little wood-like bed. You can see that the sheets on it are ripped, almost in anger, like shred. And you can
Is
see
that the-
pieces of fabric on the ground.
Is that the only thing that's like ruined or like?
I mean, that's just what you can see from like small opening the door, like halfway looking in that direction.
Do you want to walk in a little bit, see if anything else is messed up?
Yeah, let's put the candelabra in and open the door more.
So you lean the candelabra in, and as you lean the candelabra beyond the edge of the door, you feel a breath, and it blows your candelabra out,
Oh, dang it.
and you are covered in darkness.
Instant light, dancing light. Yeah.
And you cast dancing lights, and you're illuminated again.
Okay, each of you get your own
The
color.
setting hasn't changed, though?
Mm-mm.
Okay. You guys want to step in?
I'm on you, so I'm going in with
Nope.
you.
I wanna get out of here. I wanna
Okay.
get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here.
Where are you
Okay.
going?
Well, don't go too far.
We're splitting
We're
up.
just
No,
gonna-
No, fine. I'll go with you guys. Set them apart. No.
All right, I step into Rachel's room.
Which one? Which Rachel?
The one that's open.
The last
Oh.
Rachel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or the,
The
first.
last Rachel.
Or the first.
Yeah, she's the last. We're just gonna say it's the last.
Okay.
And you open the door completely, and you're illuminated by a small fraction of light. You enter into the room, and you feel the carpet beneath your boot, a slight elevation from the floorboards. And you see the broken bed. Well, not the bed itself is broken, but you can see that the sheets have been ripped, shred almost, in anger. You see fragments of cloth on the ground. As you look to the right, you can see a small wooden stool. You can see in front of the stool a small oval-shaped mirror adorned with a wood frame and then small fractions of gold around it. And you can see next to that is a small, looks like a nightstand. And on top of it, you can see a stuffed giraffe. Just
Well, hello there.
just sitting staring at all of you.
Let's look at the giraffe.
Do you look at the giraffe?
Yes.
So you walk towards the corner.
He just jumps up.
Do you walk
Leave this house.
Do you walk towards
Be
the
gone.
giraffe on the nightstand?
Yeah.
As you walk towards it, you kind of become equal to the mirror on the wall, and as you do, in a glimpse, you see a small girl in the mirror brushing her pigtails. And you hear her humming a lullaby to herself. Does
Does it sound like the same song that we were playing? I was playing.
Sounds different.
So she looked like the same girl that we saw in the end.
Correct.
Okay. So
Sing
along with her.
Rachel?
You say it.
With you.
God damn it.
You speak.
Yes.
And you see the girls in the mirror. Her eyes dart up to the reflection of you.
Yo.
I just...
You wave.
And then I squeeze back on his neck.
She pauses with her fingers at the end of her hair. And you hear the floor beneath the stool creak, and you see the stool begin to rotate around towards you. And you see in the mirror no movement of the girl.
Yeah,
Just
fuck this.
Fuck
Holding-
this shit. I'm out.
All right.
Holding the end of her pigtail, her brush caught at the end, and the chair spins and stops turning.
Is
And she
facing
drops
toward-
her brush, and she looks at you all and tilts her head and smiles.
I'm gonna just nope the fuck out.
Are you here to play games?
What game do you want to play?
Mr. Giraffe will pick.
Death by combat.
Do you look towards the stuffed giraffe on the
Yes.
table?
Well, of course. We got to hear what he says.
We look towards the stuffed giraffe on the nightstand, and you hear nothing. And you pause for a moment, and then you hear echoing out a slamming of the door of the room that you just entered, and you hear the cackling of a child laugh. I want to play hide and seek. It's my favorite game.
Okay, so
Okay, you hide and we'll seek.
That's not how it works in my room.
Damn it.
How does it work?
And you hear a snap, and your lights dissipate, and you are covered in darkness
I can't. Is this the magical darkness?
to the point where your dark vision does not work.
So yes.
And you hear laughter from around you, and a chill in the air.
I'm doing it again. Dancing lights. Nothing.
Puffs.
Man, I'm hiding in whatever corner I can find. I'm getting on top of the wardrobe and curling up, whatever I can
Do
do.
you have like a big jacket on? Like, do you have anything? Are your
Yeah,
clothes
yeah, I have a
baggy?
big cloak. That's why I grabbed
Yeah,
this
I
jacket.
go behind. Like, I crawl under his cloak.
I as
and
well
I'm
try to
still-
crawl under the
I'm a
cloak.
hunchback.
Yes,
Well, you were on his leg previously, correct?
I was, and then I came up to his
Up on
neck.
my back.
So as you begin climbing, you feel nothing on your legs. And you feel almost the sensation of like a tufted animal fur. Like a stuffed animal that you're grabbing.
Hey, fuck snack, where'd you go?
Not your good friend, the cat.
It doesn't feel the same.
No,
Like,
you,
it
you
feels like
put,
stuffed animal
you
compared
put,
to-
you put your hand up and it doesn't feel the same.
I just let go of everything.
And you fall to the ground.
How
And you
far
are
up was I?
I mean, not far. You're not taking damage, but you smack and you all hear her crack onto the floorboards.
Where did you go?
I've been right here the whole time.
I wasn't holding on to you.
10,
Ooh, we gotta find a place to hide.
9,
I'm crawling until I find a wall.
8.
Do I feel a bed?
Oh no.
Is there a bed?
God damn it.
Is there a bed?
7.
I'm under the bed.
crawling
I'm
under
under
the
the bed. No.
Anything.
No, I said it
No,
first.
no.
I'm under the bed.
6.
I said
I'm under the goddamn
going
bed.
under the bed.
It's a pretty big bed. I'm sure
Yeah,
we can
I'm
all
sure
fit.
it is. It's all
Five.
going. It's all going. In the
All
bed.
right, let's all get under the bed.
4.
We're dead.
3.
We can't open the door, can we?
We haven't tried.
2. 1. Ready or not? Here I come!
Oh my god.
And you hear a crack in the floorboards as heavy, dense, booted footprints and chains crackle around you. And you all are backs, asses against the wall underneath the
Pissing
bed,
yourselves.
peering out.
Do I feel him?
Yeah.
I'm attached to him. And both.
So yeah,
I'm attached
you'll be
to
in
both
the
of them.
middle? Or you want to be in
no,
the middle?
No. Yes. Yes.
You want to be in the
yes.
middle? Middle.
Always the middle.
Do you want to be in the end out towards the open part of the
Sure.
room? And
I
then
was
you-
the last one to go to the
You
bed.
will be in the corner
Okay.
underneath where the headboard is, so in the space there.
My tail's just like covering,
Yes.
like hugging.
And you hear the heavy footsteps, and then you hear a sudden whoosh and the crash of wood as it breaks against the wall, and you feel the wind, and you hear the splinters of the night stable shattered against the wall, thrown in anger. I don't like when I can't find you! And you hear the footsteps begin again.
I like make a little whimpering noise. Like. Yeah.
And suddenly you feel a weight on the bed as something slaps down onto the mattress. And you hear the sheets rip. And you see cloth just right in front of your eyes falling like raindrops to the ground in front of you.
It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is lonely.
And you hear her humming again. Mm, mm, where could you be? Mm,
Oh, this guy sucks. Like, come on. You always check under the bed.
And then you feel against the backs of all your legs the sensation of a stuffed animal crawling across.
Why are you touching me?
He's a traitor. Mr. Giraffe, get him.
No. What's that?
Where are they, Mr. Giraffe?
Cover his mouth.
Is his mouth there?
Where are they?
Oh my god!
And your hand clasps over the stuffed animal's mouth, and you feel like a pressure inside of
Oh,
it.
is it gonna bite me?
Almost like there's something
It's gonna bite
moving
me.
and vibrating against
It's
your
gonna
palm.
bite me.
Where are they? And you hear the chains clasp heavy to the ground in front of the bed.
Can we see the chains at all, though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You see heavy chains crash to the ground and coil like a snake up, as though it's still being held, but they've gathered in a perfect bundle here.
All right.
When I find you
I
in
pull my
hide and
sickle out.
seek, the game is over. And the
make 'em go to the
chains
door.
just rattle and wag back and forth. And you hear
Alright, we're gonna
thunder
break.
crash.
I slam the sickle into the chains and pin the chains to the floor.
Into the center.
And then we just fucking burst out running.
Yeah.
So you swing and crack the blade of your sickle into the center of the chains and press the handle down into a crack of the floorboard, anchoring it, and then you all pull and leave beneath the bed. And where do we go? We
Door?
rush towards
Rushing right towards the door.
the door. Which direction is the door from you?
It was
Isn't it straight out?
Yeah. Was it not?
Straight
Are we
out.
turned around?
It should be like when, like
Remember,
here's the bed.
the door
bed was,
opened, and the bed was there.
Yeah, so the door's this way.
Oh,
Well,
is
if
the
y-
bed facing it though? I thought it was sideways to it.
The
Yeah.
bed is in the corner like that.
Oh.
So. So, if this is the bed,
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
what I
I thought it
thought.
was oriented the other way.
Oh.
you thought it was
But
that
yeah,
way?
the same
Oh,
corner that
yeah.
I thought.
So
Yeah.
yes, we rush.
Okay, yeah.
We rush towards the door,
Yeah.
and as you rush towards the door, it's closed.
Let's try
to
open it.
So you grab the handle. As you grab the handle, you feel a hand, heavy, dense against your shoulder,
Do I see anything?
pushing you down. No.
I
I mean, it's
clawed.
magical darkness. You don't see much
yeah,
of
okay.
anything.
I try to make the giraffe.
You
open
claw
the
at the hand on your shoulder, so you
Yeah.
grab, you feel it, and then you claw backwards like this.
Mhm.
Make an attack roll.
15.
15. So your claws sink into your own shoulder.
Yeesh.
What's your armor class?
16.
Okay. So you're like they sink into just the external layer of fur and skin, and you just pull out very quickly, and no real blood or anything. Just retract your own claws as you realize you struck yourself, and you all suddenly feel chains wrapping around your throats.
I
Oh
still
my-
have him.
You're still holding him with both hands, so you feel a chain wrap around your neck, and you feel a chain wrap around your neck,
I tried pulling at it.
and you feel a chain wrap around your
Anybody
neck,
have bolt cutters?
and it pulls. Make Constitution saving throws, please.
5.
12.
12,
19.
19. So everyone who failed, it's 3 kind of bludgeoning damage
Failed.
as it constricts. What did you roll?
12.
12, you failed as well. So yeah, 3 of you, or the 2 of you
3
take 3.
damage.
You take nothing as it just kind of pulls, but you definitely swing your fingers in and just kind of pull down and hunker down.
How close am I from the door?
You guys are all right in front of the door, right next to each other, but you feel chains.
I'm gonna kick open the door. I'm gonna try to kick the door in.
You
out.
try to kick out.
Yeah.
Okay, make an athletics check.
I'm not good at this. Nah, 6.
So you lift your foot and you kick against the door, and your foot slams into it with a great gust. And then you feel the chain on all of you tighten, and you hear a hand grip all the chains and begin to pull back. Make strength saving throws.
Why do my rolls suck?
4,
10.
18.
10, 18. You're okay. The 2 of you get pulled back into the darkness away from the door about 5 feet.
You let go of the.
You realize your friends are getting slightly, pulled back from you as the chain lurches against you, but you pull yourself forward.
Get the door open.
I'm gonna try to kill the thing that she's holding.
The giraffe?
Throw it to me.
Yeah. You're not actually touching giraffe.
Oh, that's fine.
You throw the stuffed animal towards him.
Yes.
As you throw the stuffed animal 5 feet forward, make a dexterity saving throw to see if you catch this.
6.
You throw the giraffe forward, the stuffed animal, and you reach out towards it, one hand still on the chain, and you grab out towards it, and it strikes your forearm and plummets to the ground. Don't drop him!
Okay, is he on the ground?
And you see it smack to the ground.
We're dead.
No.
All because you couldn't catch a goddamn stuffed animal!
And you see something begin pulling it to the side.
Can I try to grab it?
Go ahead, make a
Okay, I'm
dexterity
gonna try to
saving
grab
throw.
it with a dagger.
You're attacking and trying to stab down into it?
No,
Yes.
that's
Okay.
gonna get mad.
Make an attack roll.
You
The
can't
last
hurt
time he stabbed an
giraffe.
object, it made the fog go away.
So wait, that's just attack plus. What's that one? Dexterity? Or
What are you attacking with?
My dagger.
Dexterity plus proficiency.
Well, that was a 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see if the thing is faster at attacking than you are. If you would like to look, I nat 20'd you.
Fucking giraffe.
So you pull a dagger out quickly, one hand, as you realize what's happening. You reach back towards your pouch, rip your dagger out of the scabbard, keep your fingers around the noose of your neck, and you lean down and you feel it tighten on your throat, and you press downwards, and you can't even get to the ground as you feel the noose constricting around your throat.
Fucking A.
The rings of the chain embedding themselves into the skin of your neck, and your dagger just scrapes the floorboards as the giraffe just slides into the darkness and disappears.
Slightly aroused from the choking, but it's fine.
Right? You hear the thunder crack. Make strength saving throws.
Fucking finally.
Oh, same.
16.
19.
19.
Strength saving is +1, so 18.
18. So the chains pull once more and lurch, but you all fight back against it. You have a brief moment before the chains pull again, and you hear the cackling of a little girl once more behind you. I love to play games. Even though the chains are pulling back at the same heights as you guys.
Oh man, no, I can't do this. Those guys will get hurt too. Shit. Okay, the giraffe. Do I still see it?
No.
Fuck. Okay.
I take a step back. Does the chain loosen?
You step back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's taut around your neck. Like, the slack
Yeah.
would loosen, but not what's wrapped around your neck.
Are there any windows in here?
Nope.
Okay,
Terrible
look
room for a
behind
child.
me. What?
So you're gonna
Yeah.
lean back and look behind you over your shoulder.
Yeah.
So you lean back and you see chains extending out into the darkness at your height and disappears from sight.
So it's bigger than me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Shadow Man.
I just keep backing up.
So you take another step back.
Yeah, like I hold on, like I turn
I
around.
don't know about that.
I mean, it's not like anything else gonna fucking happen, right? So I just grab.
Why don't we pull back on it and see if we can get it out of the darkness?
Do you want to?
Let's try it.
Yeah, I'll try that.
Let's all pull at the same time then.
All
So
right.
all
10,
grab on.
9,
Grab on.
8,
What are we adding?
7.
Yes, nat 20.
Strength.
7.
So 21.
15.
21, 15, so 36.
7.
7, so 43. We'll see whether or not the thing fights back. So you all turn and just kind of like twist and grab the chain like at the back around from where it coils at the base and kind of extends outwards to where it's clearly holding it and it becomes taut and firm. And you all rip forward in unison. And you feel the chains loose as you push yourselves face first into the wall and the door ahead of you.
Literally taking
And
it
you
off
just
as fast as
crack.
possible.
Into the walls. And you just
Take it off,
unravel
go to
all
the
the
door.
chains.
Door.
You
Just fucking-
unravel
let's
the
just all
chains.
at once just open the door. Just bash
Alright.
it open.
Strength
Ready?
So we're gonna try to break down the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roll your strength checks.
God damn it.
15.
5.
7.
20, 27. Okay.
It's only 7 more than one person.
So we bash with our shoulders into the door, and you feel the door lurch, and you hear the hinges just kind of crack and break slightly, but the door does not fall off.
Anybody have a hammer for
And
these
you
hinges?
hear the chains crashing to the ground, and you hear a laugh.
I'm gonna
That's not how you play.
grab my
go-
dagger and start just daggering the fucking.
Wait.
stabbing
Bitch,
the
we
fucking-
cheat.
I go
Let's
in-
go.
I go into rage.
Okay,
Let's try hitting the door again.
go ahead.
Okay.
Everyone.
Use your advantage on your strength.
Natural 20.
17.
Oh, thank God I used rage.
What'd you roll?
3.
So you
That was your better one?
It was 2 and then 1.
Oh.
Let's do this!
Eh.
What
But
did
I
you
got
roll?
a natural 20.
17, natural
Yes.
20.
So you again pull back, and you feel a breath behind you, and you feel the chains just touching your shoulders as you lurch forward and crack open the door and burst out in unison into the hallway together as the door crashes onto the hallway.
Running.
Yeah, let's run. Down the stairs.
Downstairs.
Down the stairs.
Run down the stairs.
So we run back down the stairs.
Yep.
I'm gonna jump straight from the balcony to the first floor.
Okay.
Yeah, straight up.
Roll for
That's no
athletics.
fair.
Roll for athletics.
Ooh,
Nine. Wait.
you said there's a banister, right?
21.
I slide down the banister.
Do you?
Yeah.
Great. Go ahead. Roll for dexterity.
God damn it!
Because I've described that
It's
the railing
broken
was
halfway
broken
down.
in half.
Yeah.
Can't I like?
What the fuck? Gonna do a jump.
Slide bullshit is
What is
It's
it?
Tony Hawk all of
Yeah.
a sudden.
Acrobatics. It's balancing.
Acrobatics. 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. And are you just running down
I'm
the
just
stairs?
fucking running down the steps.
Like a normal person.
Okay, so you leap down to the bottom of the stairs without issue. You are running down the stairs. You pull yourself up onto the banister and begin sliding. And you hit the crack in the break where the railing is. And you plummet off the side.
I wanna
off of
try
the
and catch her.
stairs. You're going to run and try to catch
reflexes.
What is that? Athletics?
her? Yes.
Okay, 17.
Yeah. So you rush
Awesome.
over and you catch the small goblin girl as she falls into your arms from the broken spot of the railing.
Thank you, Mr. Cat.
Yeah, let's run.
go.
At the top of the stairs, you see, hanging through the separations of the railings, the face of a stuffed giraffe. 10, 9,
Front door. Let's go.
Let's get out of here.
time to hide.
Oh, we're
Front
fucking
door.
hiding. Let's go.
Front door's probably locked, right?
Run
Go
to the front door.
Yeah.
So you try the handles.
Yeah.
The front door is locked.
Okay, go
Okay.
to the window where we put the painting. Move the painting. Go.
Okay, yeah. Let's run to the other room and remove that painting from the
Yeah.
wall so we can jump through the window.
As you rush back into the dining room, you can see that the dining table has been flipped over and is smack
Well, that's what
against
we
the
heard.
open window. Yes, it was.
Can we move it? Is it big and like
Oh,
heavy?
it's very big. Like I said, it's 10-ish feet long, 12-ish feet long. It's
there's
an
other
enormous
windows in
fucking
here,
table.
right?
Can we break another window?
Wait, is
Yeah.
there any
There's
furniture in
another
here?
window.
I just furniture. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just throw a chair through it.
Yeah. Good old fashioned. Throw it in.
So you
Out
run
of the
over, yeah,
anarchy.
because there's another window up further, deeper into the room, more towards that other hallway.
Just do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
So we're gonna run over and grab one of the chairs. Okay, who's doing this?
Whiny man, you do it. Just do it.
5, 4,
6.
You do it.
All right, let me give it a
3.
try. Okay, 15.
2, and you lift up a chair. 1, and you throw the chair, and it crashes through the window, out into the garden, and disappears from sight.
All right, I'm jumping through.
So
I'm on you.
So you leap on to the cat.
Yep.
And you hear a clock chime, and a flash of lightning illuminates the room around you. And you can see in every chair at the dining table is a person sitting, staring
Bye-bye.
Oh, well, now I'm embarrassed and afraid.
at you all. It's time for dinner, not time for games.
Are we out the window?
No.
Yeah, I'm jumping out the window. I don't care about these people.
Yeah. Fuck this. Fuck this noise. I'm out.
Roll for initiatives.
God
Ah,
damn it.
shit.
Watch, I'm gonna roll great on this.
7 again.
16.
You can attempt to jump out.
10.
They just had a big meal, so they're not going to be too agile.
No, it's time for dinner.
Oh, dang it. They're ravenous.
They're hungry.
They are.
I'm hoping there's a lot of people in front of me because I really gotta pee.
Okay. Initiative? Billy?
16.
Kelsey?
10.
Carl?
7.
God damn it! Why didn't you roll higher than me?
You said 10.
Yeah,
I got 7.
I know.
She wanted you to roll higher so she can go pee.
Oh, why didn't
You
I?
may
Okay.
go pee because it's Billy and then maybe some enemies.
Okay, I'll be quick.
What do these people look like?
Oh, now that they're standing, I mean, you can see that they are mostly skeletal structures. Their faces are gaunt, where there's small portions of rotted, pulled away skin just kind of lurking down off of like their chin, around their eyes. You can see there are no eyeballs in the sockets. You can see that they're not really brandishing any weapons, but they look like death. And you're first. There are 6 of these figures here in the room.
And I'm...
So 5 of them are sitting down, and one of them is at the hallway door, and they have a silver plate, like a long serving tray, in their hands.
I don't particularly want to fight, to be honest. I kind of just want to jump through the window.
You may. You guys do not have to fight.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
fucking
gonna-
not fighting.
I'm gonna jump
this
through the
motherfucker
window.
doesn't
Yeah.
fight. Let's
I
go.
don't see any reason to fight a bunch of skeletons. Let's jump through the window.
Oh, shit.
Make your athletics check as you attempt to leap out of the window.
13.
13. Okay. So you rush towards the window, and there's fragments of glass. Make a Constitution saving throw as you leap through to see whether or not any of the fragments and shattered pieces of glass.
Yeah, they get me.
Okay. 2 damage to you.
Yeah.
2 slashing damage as you leap through the window, and small portions of the fragmented glass scrape and scratch into your skin and your arms as you burst and land in the garden.
Oh, I'm losing a lot of blood, guys.
So Billy went. Who went after?
Billy just went. Now it's.
Well, she's on my back.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you're out of the building as well.
Correct.
Okay.
Hi.
Goodbye forever,
Uh,
whiny man.
I'll remember this. I'll be haunting you.
In our next life.
15 for an attack roll.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Also, have no potions. We don't have nothing with us, so I'm
Who was the
fucked.
one going?
I
now?
think we're
For
a
2
bit of a
damage.
suicide squad, aren't we? Like, they wanted us to die on this mission.
Yes.
2 damage.
Great, I have 2 health left.
Who just went?
Hey, man, I only have 4.
One of the monsters.
I add 4.
They're just they're not.
They're
people?
skeletons.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part.
So a skeleton, the one right in the hallway, just kind of steps towards you as it watches the cat and the goblin leap out of the window.
Yeah.
Hello. Welcome for dinner. And just kind of grabs at like your neck
Oh.
and plunges their fingers into your throat, and you just kind of feel like that constriction. It's not choking you or anything. You just feel it plunge its bony like fingers into
I
your
slightly
neck.
smile a little.
Okay. You rolled a 7. Wow. So there's another one that gets to go.
Fuck.
Wait, does she get to go before them?
It's a 12 and then a 10
Oh,
also.
gotcha.
So on the tie, I'm having it go because we're gonna see what happens.
Okay, so it's 2 more after the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Great, I'm dead.
So an 11 on the attack roll.
No.
Okay. So the next one comes up towards you, and you can see that she's brandishing like one of the steak knives from the table,
Great.
and slashes out towards you.
Oh.
And you just kind of like spin back against it as the steak knife swooshes in front of you, and the skeletal figure just cracks and. And then it's yours.
Are there nearby chairs anywhere?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab one of the chairs, push it against.
It's her turn.
Oh,
Not
oh,
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Am I outside?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just run?
I mean, are you going to spend your turn telling me to run?
Run!
Okay. Next turn.
I mean, there's nothing outside, right?
That you know of.
Do we see anything outside?
Roll for perceptions.
Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Why do my dice suck? All 3 sets.
No, I got a 3.
What is it? Perception?
Yeah.
4.
4. Yeah. So I mean, you just see.
We see
this-
literally nothing.
You see just the potted plants that are growing
Yeah, let's
nice
just
bones.
run.
growing and growing. They look now to be about 5 feet tall, stretching out, looming over in like an arching sense, out from their fertilized little plot lands.
Well, good for them.
Good. You say run?
Mm?
Okay.
Now I'll go grab the chair
You grab a chair.
and try to go push it against the window. And this time, not try to climb it. Get my hands on.
You have
shards.
to make a strength check to see if you can break out of the grip of the
Oh,
skeleton that has
shit,
you,
okay.
like kind of restrained.
17.
Okay. Come on, strength contest. Oh, 12.
Fuck you.
So you slap the hand, you grab a chair, and you move towards the window, provoking opportunity attacks from the two skeletons on
I gotta
either,
fucking go. I'll fight.
on either side of you as the two skeletons. So the one that ones.
Okay.
The other one, though, rolled a 19.
Yeah, that hits.
So the skeletons simultaneously, as you move towards and you pick up the chair, scrape at you, and the one with the steak knife slashes towards your back, and the other grips its silver platter and swings towards your back and strikes the hand of the one attacking you.
Okay.
And its knife falls to the ground
Oh.
and sticks into the floorboards. And you rush to the window, chair in hand, and you smack at the glass to clear the window,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then you leap out.
Yes.
Make an athletics check.
Okay. Watch. I'll not win this. 10.
10.
Yeah.
You pull yourself
Well,
out
you've
of the
got a chair
window
boosting
and
you. That's
fall
enough.
into a heap in the mud out below.
That beat though.
And you splash in the mud. And you two see your friend.
Come on, let's run.
Did I hear you say something about running away without helping me?
No, I said let's all run.
We thought you were right behind us. Let's go.
Uh,
Where the fuck are we running to? There's no more boat.
we have no boat.
And there's
Okay.
fucking crocodiles.
No boat. We went to the east side. Let's go to the west
Yeah,
side.
go to the boathouse.
Yeah, smart. Look at you.
wait,
Good job.
The west side?
Yeah.
But the hand was there.
Yeah, there was a hand in there too, though.
But there was a lot of hands in there. Let's just go. It's either deal with one hand or deal with like 20 hands.
Like
Roll
hands.
for perceptions, all of you now, as we attempt to run away.
20, but not natural.
I fucking hate everything. 3.
3.
You see, in the potted fertilizer-esque squares, you see as the thorns, the vines from the stems stretching out from these sun roses that I guess we'll call them, you see that they're dripping with blood. And you can see stretching out from the fertilizer hands of bones clasping out into the dirt.
Run past everything. Run past everything.
Apparently, blood is a good fertilizer for roses. So, that tracks. Yeah.
Right? I got my nature already.
Okay, run. Yeah,
You
right? It's
see-
agreed.
Just keep running.
You
I saw a
see-
hand coming out of one of those flower pots.
Yep.
Just keep running.
Keep going.
You hear the metal gates swing open,
Don't
and
look back.
thunder cracks and lightning flashes. And as you all begin to run towards the back end of the house, you see, illuminated all around you, are skeletons ripping themselves out of the fertilized ground.
Dodge
Fucking
them.
just keep going.
Just dodge them.
And you hear, calling out from the window that you just broke, the haggard old voice of a woman. Help me!
God damn it.
us!
He won't let me leave.
Is that a trap? That sounds like a trap. Let's keep running.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Fuck this old lady. I'm sorry. You've lived your life. I'm 15 years old.
You're 15 years
Yeah.
old?
Oh my gosh.
You lived your life!
I need to live mine.
Do you actually yell that?
I can't believe we brought a 15-year... well, how do goblins age?
Oh, fuck
She's
no.
basically an adult now, I think.
Okay.
Okay, I
Let's
yell
not think
it.
about it.
You
You've
yell it.
lived your life. We need to live ours.
I'm only 12.
Oh, god damn it.
That sucks!
Yeah, I don't think this party's coming back to save her.
He steals
Yup, that's a crime.
the life.
Stop trying to make me want to.
Hey, either give us the way to fight it, or we're done, okay, man?
Yeah.
If you give us steps 1, 2, and 3 for defeating this evil, sure, we got you. Otherwise, we're gone.
As long as it's not too scary. Was that you?
No.
It's done.
Stop it!
Yeah.
You
We're noping the fuck
you
out.
hear sobbing echoing out from the house as the gate crashes closed and
that
the
actually
skeletons burst out of the fertilized plot, and you see her hand stretch out, and suddenly all around pairs of skeletal fingers grip around her wrist, and you watch as she desperately fights and is pulled back
She doesn't
inside.
say anything.
That's probably Rachel. That's fine. She's fine.
Bitch, you tried to play hide and seek with it.
Who says that was her?
If you're Rachel.
Who says that was
Yeah,
her?
I think this is the older woman. This is the mother, quote unquote. We don't really
What if
have-
she's 12?
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's still possible. It's just a little disturbing.
Nope. No.
And
no.
Have a half hour. Let's just fucking go.
You see 5 skeletons bursting out of the fertilized ground plots,
We are not
crashing
equipped to deal with
onto
this.
the ground around you.
You know what?
Potions.
Let's just burn the place to the ground.
Is that possible? Do you have fire?
Yeah, I lit the candles earlier. And
Oh, that's what you did.
so I got
What
a
if
tinder
she-
box at least.
Burns. Eternally.
Not our problem.
Let's burn this bitch. Let's do it. Fuck it.
All right.
They try killing us.
Find a
10.
corner of the house and just.
You know it's raining, right?
Ah, fuck. That's not gonna work. It's too wet. Let's leave.
Just run to the boathouse. Fuck it.
Should have
Run
burned
to
the
the
inside of the
boathouse.
house.
Yeah, let's
Fuck.
see what this
So
boathouse
as
is
you
all about. I've
turn
heard
back
great things.
towards the end of the house now, it's like 15 feet ahead of you. You see again around the
Yeah.
frame of the house, fingers, human-y fingers, they're not skeletal, grip one by one around the frame of the house.
Just keep going.
God knows what waits in the
And then
fucking boathouse.
they break off and they beckon in a slow, wispy way.
Suicide pact? Suicide pact.
If there's no boat, sure, I'm in.
Do we run?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're still very much
Yeah,
down
we're
with the
running.
running plan.
So we run to the end of the
This is
house.
gonna be worse for us.
There's gonna be no boat there.
Or it's gonna be a decrepit old fucking, like, half torn apart fucking ghost boat. Is that what it is?
I mean, you crest the end of the house. You hear the skeletons clambering behind you as they're breaking pots and picking up small pieces of them to use as improvised weapons. And they begin cracking towards you, stumbling slightly. And you run to the end of the house and you look out towards the northern side, towards the west, and you just see a small dock extending out into the water. And you see the half moon split, illuminating what looks like, at the end of pillars, rope tied around one of the back pillars.
Go to a pillar.
Yeah, let's go.
So we rush towards the docks.
Yeah.
So we run towards the docks. You see in the water all around you triangles of the waves, breaking and twisting, going in circles all around the lake.
Can we make them fight each other somehow?
And you hear the crickets chirping.
I got fairy
You hear the
fire.
wind howl.
What is fairy fire?
It's a 20-foot radius.
And you rush over the docks, and as your feet clamber in a hurry, make dexterity saving throws.
Oof.
10.
5.
These dice, all of them
10.
are cursed. What is it? Dex save?
Yeah.
9.
10, 9, 5.
Yes.
No, fairy fire is actually just a
We all failed.
Yeah, I'm
Yup.
gonna start rolling it out here because that's
So
so
as
much
we
better.
rush onto the decrepit old dock, and we step around the halfway point, one of the planks that is very old and water damaged and broken breaks beneath all of you, and your feet plummet down into the ground, and you all can choose to reflexively grab on and have only your waist and below dangling down into the waters, or pull your arms in and slide down in completely.
I'm a cat. I'm not gonna go in the water.
Don't like water for the cat. What do you do?
I
Technically for you, since you're so small, only like your feet would be touching the water. Like ankles down would be submerged.
I just follow the cat.
Well, then the cat's staying gripped. Are you staying
Wait,
gripped?
are you still on my back?
I am, actually.
Oh,
So
so
you're
then...
completely above ground.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, so you're
I'm
actually on
fine.
like the dock. You just kind of like fall onto your ass as he plummets down.
Oh, good.
I'll-
Didn't need that extra weight when I'm trying to pull myself up.
Do you slide in?
How is it like? What? The ground. Like if I swam back up, does it look like I can
It would
grab
be
the ground?
underneath the dock. It'd be a little bit muddy, a little bit wet, but it's sand. You'd be able to.
I'll try to do that.
So you're gonna slide down into the water?
Yeah. Don't
Okay,
listen- don't-
I'm gonna use commune with nature,
Mm-hmm.
which just tells me basically where all the animals and plants are in the area.
Okay.
Um,
Does it give a foot radius?
I don't know. You might have commune with nature on your spell cards. That's gonna be longer than this.
Is it a cantrip?
It's level 1.
I'll look it up.
No.
Ooh, there we go. Ranger.
Nope. These are only for bards.
Don, look up commune with nature and post it in the chat. It's easier
Dang
for
it.
everybody.
Dang it. I
It would
thought
be
that
under the
right
spell
there.
list. This is your duty for today, Don. Briefly become one with nature and gain knowledge of the surrounding territory in the outdoors. The spell gives you knowledge of the land within 3 miles.
3 miles.
Caves and other natural underground setting. The rating is 300 feet. Spell doesn't function where nature has been replaced. Up to 3 facts of your choice. Terrain and bodies of water. Prevalent plants, minerals, or animals or peoples. Powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead.
I already know about all the undead.
Influence from other planes of existence. Buildings.
Let's do the geography and the animals.
Okay. You actually get 1 more. You get 3.
Oh, the undead. I mean, we might as well know about their goings about.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. I mean, you can tell that in the area around you, the water does not go too deep in terms of what stretches out. The lake itself, it's mostly at where you are. It only goes down maybe about underneath the dock, like 3 feet, and then as it stretches out, it becomes maybe around 10. And then even towards the lowest point is only about 15 feet deep. In terms of the undead, you can sense that there are dozens behind you, and you can sense one incredibly wicked presence inside of the house itself. You can also sense a few life forces that are not yet undead, but that are very close to being undead. As though they are in position of turned. And then... animals. Oh, yes.
The
there's,
crocs.
there's many. Like, you sense 6 crocodiles in the areas ahead of you, out into the water.
Well, useful information.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
guess
you're
I'll just
just
climb
here?
back up.
Okay, make an athletics check. Are you staying on Billy's back?
17.
Yes.
Okay. So you clamber back up onto the dock and pull yourself over onto the wooden boards. You slide down into the water, and you sink about the 3 feet, and then you hit your ass on the ground at the bottom of the lake, right
What do
here
I s-
below the dock.
What do I see around me?
You open your eyes to look under the water. It's very dark and murky,
Okay.
but you do see, trailing up from you, from your hands, wisps.
Like what? Just the wisps of the dirt, or?
From the blood in your palms.
Oh, no. Oh,
Blood in the water.
No.
Blood in the water.
Oh no, I didn't think of that. All right. Well, I'm gonna just nervously gonna go. Yeah, just fucking swim up around.
And you hear the roars of crocodiles as they rush towards the docks.
Listen, I wasn't a good bard.
And you two are on the docks, and you hear bubbles from beneath.
So wait, what about that rope? Wasn't there a boat?
Yes, there is.
Get at that boat.
Yeah, I mean, you climb forward and you can see, up ahead, the rope descends down and you see a very small little rowboat. Nope, a little rowboat.
God damn it.
Looks like it
Better
would.
than nothing.
It looks like it would fit maybe 3 or 4 people.
Okay.
Probably 4 if one was, like a little.
If someone
child.
had been rescued.
If someone was rescued.
Should we go back?
We could
there's-
lead the
like I said,
crocodiles
there's
back
5
and really fuck up those
skeletons now
skeletons.
at the rushing towards the docks. They're maybe 60 feet away.
Or I can use my body as food for the crocodiles while you guys get away.
I mean, if you want to.
I'm not opposed at this point.
It's your idea.
I'm just gonna say thanks in advance. And the lightning cracks again. The thunder cracks and the lightning flashes. And you see around you the tails of crocodiles wading through the water towards your docks. And you see back behind you moss and vines covering the back of the manor. And you see at the heights of windows illuminated on the 2nd floor. And you see music. Sorry,
See
you don't see
music?
music.
I was
Sorry.
like, wow.
I was going through the things that you would see, and I went with music first. You see people dancing in the windows.
Yay, they're gone!
Do we want to go
And you
back?
hear the harp and the piano
I
again
start
playing.
running back to the goddamn house.
Through the skeletal army?
I jump on his back and say, let's run back to the house.
Through the skeletal army?
The skeletal army?
We need to help the little girl old lady.
Maybe the
Yeah, but we
burger's
still
gonna
didn't
do it.
even figure out how to do that.
But the little old lady needs help.
And you see, as you look back to the house, in one of the windows towards the end, a little girl standing with a stuffed giraffe peering out the window.
This music is good.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the first Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
No.
They flip a rowboat upside down and they get a bubble of water or bubble of air under the water. I say we flip over the boat and use it as a battering ram through the skeletons to
Yeah.
get back to the house.
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, you two can. I'm still in the water.
I can't
You
reach
can join the
it.
plan later.
Oh, God.
Try and lead the crocs.
Yeah, totally.
You're leading the charge.
Sure.
All right, let's try and get this boat out of the water and flip it
I'm
over.
3 foot tall.
Yeah,
You're 6 foot tall.
It's not gonna work.
that's not a good
It's
plan.
yeah, it's gonna be hanging down, and it's just gonna be your head wearing the fucking boat like a hat. Or you'd have to put her in front, and it would hit
and
them in
have
the
it, like-
knees.
I mean, if it hits them in the knees,
They would
that's-
just
that's good
climb
for battering.
over it.
Uh-oh.
They would fall onto it like a slow car hitting you,
Then you
and
go
then
in
just
the front
stab
and
you,
you, like,
around the
And they
side.
would
All
weigh
run.
way too much.
You're a cat.
Bad
though.
plan.
Can't you get
Forget
on,
that
like,
plan.
Can't you get like on all fours as a cat and kind of get lower?
yeah. Or you
I
could get out
guess
of the
it's a little
goddamn
demeaning.
water.
I mean, jeez, you're an ape. Can't you just walk around on all fours? All right.
I'm a tiefling, actually.
10,
All right.
9.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna
Start-
keep
The
trying
The
to
bad
swim.
plan or no plan?
Well, I'm gonna try swimming up
The
so I
bad
won't die.
plan. We
7.
need a
All right.
plan.
Let's use the bad
6.
plan. Let's pick up this boat and use it as a battering ram.
You go in front and like crouch a little bit.
5.
All right.
4
We
as
pick it
the
up.
skeletons clamber towards you,
Okay.
and the
Pick it up. Do we need
crocodiles
to-
make their way
Let's do it.
towards you. Make your strength checks to rip the boat out of the water.
Finally!
14.
13.
So 27. So the two of you pull the rope, and the
Wait,
boat comes
sorry.
to the edge, and you lean down,
16.
and you grasp, and you lift the boat up onto the docks.
All right. Let's get it on top of our heads.
Yeah. Do we have to do something else?
Yes. So
Gotcha.
we flip the boat onto our heads.
13.
13.
Ah! Strength still?
Yeah.
5.
So we lift the boats up onto our heads,
Okay, good.
and we are underneath.
The
So are
boats?
you the boat? Sorry.
Boat.
Are you on all fours?
Yeah, I guess. I
So
mean,
you're on all fours, around the same height as the goblin, and you got who's in front?
He's in front.
I'll be in front. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Try and keep up.
Start charging!
Let's go.
So
My
we
poor little
run.
tiny legs just.
We Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
And we run. And we didn't untie the boat.
God
Oh,
damn
damn
it.
Yep. So we rush to the end of the dock, and the rope cracks and careens, and the boat flaps us down.
And we wake up at home.
That was all a dream. You were there, and you were there.
my
and
God.
you both fall beneath the boat at the end of the dock.
Yeah, let's
So
get out from under
I'm
the
making it where you both made it over the small little plank that was broken. So we've remembered to step over that, but then the rope
Yeah.
cracks and smashes
Okay.
us to the ground. So you are both laying on the ground beneath the boat.
I lift up my side a little bit, and I like, like
Just stab wildly.
not stab it, like no, like carve at it, carve at the rope.
Oh, you're gonna cut the rope. Gotcha.
Okay. So
Sorry, I wasn't clear.
you reach back and carve at the rope. Strength check and then an attack roll. What are you
God
doing,
damn
Carl?
it.
I'm swimming away from my life.
Okay,
Just
so you
gonna try
attempt
get
to
up.
swim up to the sandy beach.
Yes.
What
Go
was the
ahead.
second thing?
What is that?
I mean, you're
strength check first
walking.
and
You're
then an attack
okay.
roll.
It's not like the water's that bad. So you
Okay.
rush out onto the beach. Yeah, and you see that there are 5 skeletons
Great.
right around their boat, like looking at it, very confused.
You
Good.
guys.
We've got the element of
do I
surprise.
see them out of the boat or in the boat, or do I see them at all?
You don't see them at all. They're
The boat's upside down on the
And
end
they're
of the dock,
underneath
though,
it.
Can I
so-
try to like see if I see any?
I
like-
mean, you see that the boat's like moving,
You
and
see
you
an
see that
arm
you
cutting
see
a
that the
rope.
rope is like flailing up and down as it's being cut.
20 strength.
Okay.
And 7 attack.
Yeah. So I mean, you're carving through the rope. It's just gonna take a couple of seconds. It's not gonna break through instantly. Yeah. So you see that happening, Carl.
I'm gonna pull up my loot and start trying to distract the skeletons.
So you crest onto the waters and you stand and you wave your hair and
Yes.
the water flaps
Slow
off of
motion.
you.
And shred.
And then the
Yeah.
lightning crashes and in sync with the lightning.
I start playing Stairway to Heaven.
That's kind of a slow build-up. We need something that really hits.
Welcome to the jungle.
So you begin heroically playing
Yeah.
Welcome to the Jungle. And the skeletons stop looking at the rowboat on the dock and look towards the beach and see you
And I just start walking backwards.
into the water.
No, out like the other way. Like if we're if, what does this area
I think
look
you're
like?
caught directly between the water and the skeletons.
Is that okay? That works. Yep, that's a
So like
The cover
you're
of it.
here,
Okay.
skeletons are here, boats here, houses here.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm
If you were to
fucking-
walk backwards, you'd go
okay,
into the
so I'm
water,
gonna
but you
walk
want to go
that way.
backwards that
Yeah,
way
that
down
yeah,
the beach.
yeah. And this is a loot cover of Welcome to the Jungle, and I love it.
Okay. So you begin playing, sliding backwards in the sand, and the 5 skeletons rush after you,
Yep.
and you cut through the rope.
All right. Ready?
Let's do it.
All right.
And
Pick
the
it up
two
again.
Of you lift the boat, and as you break upwards, you see the skeletons rushing down the beach,
Boat charge.
and we charge with the boat on our backs.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, I mean, as long as there's a footpath down there.
And I had 5
Right.
going after me.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to run towards them and just hit every single one with my loot, just to knock them out, just to get them out of my way if I can.
Sure.
I don't care. Or at least I'll attempt to hit the first one.
Make 5 attack rolls in a row, and I'll make 5 attack
Okay.
rolls in a row. What are your numbers?
11-11.
You win the first one, you immediately
You got
lose the
another
second one.
11-11.
You immediately
Whoa.
lose the second one because I nat 22 on the second one. I'm very sorry.
And
How did I get
you have
11-11
2 health.
again?
That's a
What
lot.
the fuck? 8.
But if
Shoot
you
for
add
the
3, that's
boat
11.
again.
So, Jesus, Carl, you only smack your way through one skeleton.
It's fine. It was cool.
You're
Alright.
just for the glory, and you rush and you just bonk the first skeleton on the head with your loot, and he just kind of like crumbles into a pile of bones.
Do we have like a preset
Do we have a
crumble?
crumbling into a piling of bones? Done.
Okay.
He said, hold on. So you bonk the first one on the head and it crumbles into a pile of bones.
It crumbles into a pile.
And then the
I would take
second
a
one,
xylophone sound at
the
this
second
point.
one just takes its ceramic piece of pot and just plunges it into your face.
Sounds like you're trying to break my back. Crack my back.
And deals
At least I died a hero.
6 damage to you.
I'm dead.
Yeah,
dying.
and it just plunges
You're
like
dying.
right into your cheek, and you
I'm
just
dying.
splurt blood everywhere, and you can feel it like the ceramic chip against your teeth, and you feel ceramic actually like go into your gums, and blood just pouring down your face, and your loot falls from your hands,
Ugh.
and you fall forward onto your knees, and then onto your chest and face first into the sand,
Okay.
as blood begins trailing down the sand
Good. Get this fucking crocs out of here.
into the water.
Yeah.
And you guys see the crocodiles break up from the
And
water
Godzilla's here.
God.
I don't think we're saving
fucking
him.
Damn it.
And- step out onto the sand. You see 3 crocodiles at first, thrashing their tails,
All right, we're still in the
hungry
dock,
and
right?
snapping. Yeah, you guys are beginning to run as this
We're
is
making
happening.
our charge, and we're like,
Second thoughts on the charge!
new plan, new plan.
Turn around! Abandoned man!
Yeah, he's dead. He's definitely dead. Nothing to be done for that. Mission failure. Serious casualties.
I mean, we might as well go and try to help the ghost then if he's pretty much dead.
Yeah, let's go.
Where are we
We're
going?
gonna go back to the house.
Back
do we
in the
do we
house?
have to batter through anything, or are the
I mean, you go
skeletons
back
clear?
in through the window that you went in.
Oh, I thought the gate. I thought they were all blocking the gate.
No, no, no.
Oh, okay.
You're fine.
Uh,
you can run by them.
Put the boat back down and
Yeah.
leave it here.
So you just like, second thoughts!
Yeah.
And you take the boat off.
And then we rush
Yeah.
to the house.
Rush back to the house.
I mean, I have to see whether or not any of these things notice that the boat sound. 2 notice the clumbering sound of the boat as it crashes onto the ground, and they turn and look
All right.
and see a cat
I'm gonna
on the
try
ground
and shoot one of them while we're running past.
as you're running past.
Yeah.
Okay, so run, and you attack with disadvantage with your longbow since you're running and it's a longbow within a certain range.
Damn, 3.
So you just, what the fuck?
Accidentally.
And fire an arrow up into the ground, up into the air, and it sails up and it lands right in the sand, right near Carl's ass.
Jesus Christ.
Near,
Near.
not in.
Carl, make your first death saving throw, and then we'll see what happens. 3. So one skeleton nat ones as he attempts to execute you, and the other skeleton rolls a 7.
I have 13
Okay.
AC.
Wait, how much?
13 AC.
Oh, so, yeah, so it misses you. I mean, it's fucking clambering and it's concerned with the crocodiles. The other 2 are going to charge after you 2. So you fired your longbow as you were running. What are you doing as you're running?
Nothing.
You just,
Just
fucking
running.
run. Just
No!
okay.
Okay.
So yeah, you 2 run around the edge of the house, and the skeletons are gonna run after you and attempt to attack you both. Well, the skeletons are both gonna miss as they throw
Nice.
fragments of potted plant at you both. And you hear the skeletons fighting the crocodiles on the beaches, and you hear the bones cracking, munching as the crocodile teeth begin breaking into the skeletons. And you 2 run around the edge of the house. Carl, make another death saving throw. 10. So you have 1 save, 1 success. You 2 are around the edge. You see all the dirt from the fertilizer mounds are just out on the ground. You can see that the flowers have also been ripped and the petals have been withered away. And
These graves? Or maybe, well, I mean, obviously they're graves because people climbed out of them. But like, the Batman dude, is he one of them? What?
Is there
We still need to know what's going on.
like from what I know, usually you have to dig up the body of the person that's like stuck there and you need to like
you hear the grate
burn them
The
or
gate.
some shit.
Or, like,
creep
salt.
open and smack against the metal fencing again.
Behind us?
No, to like the west of you. So
Okay.
you're like running around the house and it's over to the left.
Let's head there.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we head towards the foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing! Carl, make another death saving throw.
One, that one.
You have died.
Yay.
You bleed out on the ground,
Blech.
and as you're bleeding, a crocodile just sees you gasp and take another breath, and blood spews out into the sand, and the crocodile just grosh.
Tell my girlfriend I love her.
No.
Oh no.
The crocodile just flails you around and then laughs.
She's my girlfriend.
And then throws you back into the water, and the other crocodile just fucking munch the shit out of you.
Yeah,
So you two run through the
I
gate.
hope I get you constipated.
Right?
All right. We're through the gate.
So you run toward the other end of the fence, around the areas where the vines have obscured your vision, and you come to the northeast edge of the island. And you see, in the sand, a small little cross.
Let's dig her up.
Yeah, let's go look at it. Wait. What's it say?
Nothing. It's just two large sticks and then kind of like a blue bandana
Are
wrapped
there
around it.
any other ones?
No, it's the only one out here.
Okay, let's dig it up.
Grave robbing, yum.
I don't really have any digging tools.
You're a cat.
Oh, that's true.
And it's sand. It's like a litter box. I'm a natural!
I was bored for this.
So you dig through the sand and you're kicking it up and you're just like, as sand, just rude! It's just rude. And you dig down towards...
And then I shit. It's just instinct. I'm sorry.
Right.
You dig down
Ew.
and you find a small wooden crate. Your claws kind of crack into a small wooden crate. It only looks like it's maybe 3 by like 2.
Okay. Let's pop this thing open, right?
And you pull it out from the ground and you hear skeletons clambering out around. You hear children laughing. And on the box it says, wood burned in, the areas where the planks cross, that X shape. It just says, we were supposed to play games.
I brought Parcheesi.
He locked up Monopoly, dude. He's a fucking dick. And you pull it out. It's small. It doesn't feel very heavy. Feels mostly like it's just the weight of the box.
Just open it.
Yeah, let's just open it. Let's crack it open. I mean,
So you
Does it have
dig
a
your nails
hinge?
in. No.
oh, okay.
You dig your nails in. It's nailed. It's nailed shut.
Gotcha. That's gonna rip my claws out, though.
I have weapons and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my scimitar and just hack at it. Not into it, just at the wood.
Okay, so you crack into the wood and you splinter a few pieces away, and you can see inside.
It's smelly.
I mean, yeah, as you break through, kind of like musty old air pours out, and you hear another child laugh, echoing out.
All right, what do you
From
want?
the
You want to be
box.
burned? You want us to throw you in the water? What?
And you put your hands against one part of the opening, and you crack and rip it open, and you see inside a very, very dirty, covered in muck, stuffed giraffe,
Oh no.
dismembered and one eye kind of falling down around it.
It's okay, they're not talking back.
And you hear a voice from behind you. I just wanted to play.
Well, here, take it.
And you grab the giraffe out of the box. And you turn and you see a small girl in a dress with pigtails, arms outstretched, empty. And you hand her the giraffe.
Yeah. Well, I toss it to her, I
You
guess.
toss it to her. And you
This time,
see-
somebody better catch it.
You see, as you toss it, her hands are just bloody from palm down. Daddy shouldn't have hid my toys. And she grabs the giraffe and turns and walks back towards the house.
All right. Do I still have my commune sense on? Can I still sense the skeletons?
Mm-hmm.
They're still coming for us?
Nope.
Oh.
They've stopped where they are. If anything, they're walking back into their grave plots.
Dude, can we follow the little girl?
Do you want to?
I want to.
Yeah,
I want to
let's-
see what the fuck she's gonna do.
Yeah.
Daddy's in trouble.
You walk back towards the house.
Yeah.
Okay. The gate slides open and creaks, and you see that she walks through. And as she walks through, the gate slams shut.
Oh.
And you
Is
hear,
that our cue to go?
you hear chimes. Thin wood chimes dancing in the breeze.
Do
nice.
we see her anymore?
No?
Do we hear anything? Do we see anything in the windows?
What? Back towards the house?
Yeah.
It's dark. It's a dilapidated old manor.
These townsfolk who sent us here are gonna get a piece of my mind.
Waggle that finger.
I guess let's just go get the boat and row ourselves
Yeah,
the
let's-
fuck out of here.
How's the croc situation?
You can walk towards the beach.
Okay.
I guess we're done. Let's go look at the beach and see if we can go row ourselves out of here.
Okay. We walk, and the rain lightens. And it's a clear sky.
The sun starts shining.
And you walk back towards the area of the dock. And you see your boat flipped over, left there for you, pristine and in shape. You see the dead body of your good friend. You see piles of bones, broken and abandoned.
What percentage of his body is still there?
I mean, not really much, maybe like part of a leg because his corpse was thrown back into the water and the crocodiles took that back to eat.
Alright, we should bury something. Right?
You start digging because you're good at that.
Okay.
And I drag the.
Well, wait, is he
bits.
gonna be trapped here? I don't want that.
Oh no! Let's
Let's
just
take him back in the boat.
boat.
Yeah, grab his leg.
His leg.
The whole party made it back.
Journey
Maybe not in all
complete.
pieces. This is
All right, let's get the boat in the water. Grab the oars. Grab the leg.
Okay, so you grab the leg, you
Something.
walk back towards the dock.
Try to
Yeah.
bring back
You
meat.
pick the boat up, and you hear a laugh coming from the northwest corner.
I look.
You look over.
Yeah.
You see, in the corner, right at the edge, before it crests downwards towards the sandy beach, is a kind of very small bluff, only like 3 feet, 4 feet high. But it's a pretty discernible edge. And you see, stemming out from the cliffside, a small pole that extends out like a gallows pole. And hanging down from it is a noose. And in the noose, you see a body rocking back and forth, blood dripping down from its face, from its chin. It looks bloated, disgusted, as though it's been dead for several days.
Gross. Let's go.
Is that the one we were supposed to help? Did we help the wrong one?
And then the body turns, and its arm outstretches and points towards you.
Why me?
And it just says, Rachel.
Stop it.
And the body falls and breaks from the noose onto the ground.
That was perfect timing.
Is it like running towards me or something?
You see nothing on the ground.
Are you sure? I don't hear anything else. There's nothing else.
You just hear music still coming from inside the house.
Do I feel possessed?
No?
I guess.
Or
let's
do
go to-
you?
I guess let's go to the house. Like I thought everything was like dead and done in there, but if there's music,
It
fucking
is.
let's go back.
The house continues to party on its own. And you see the little girl dancing in the windows with her stuffed giraffe.
Oh,
and
so
it
then
looks
everything's fine.
and it looks clear and beautiful again.
So then everything's fine. We're done. Let's go.
Yeah.
And we grab our boat and we flip it into the water and we jump in and we row and the water once more laps against our boat and we return with the leg of our friend back home. And that's it.
Woo. Well, we mostly made it.
I'm gonna murder everyone in this town that sent us there. Everyone.
They were like, yeah, we do that to all the newbies. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
I do hope everyone enjoyed the first episode of our soundscape experience.
I
with
gotta
the,
say, that was amazing.
with the immersive lights and sounds. I hope all of our players had a good,
Yeah.
scary time.
Yeah.
Gotta put back all of my 3 sets of dice that all sucked.
Well, Don's not here to do the usual outro, but he's Boosted Gorilla. We are NGDC Cast. You can check out all of our stuff at ngdccast.com. We have 2 concurrently running Homebrewed Fantasy World, one Don DMs, one I DM. We also do After Dark things on Friday. Don is blinking the lights like it's a fucking party, because it's not Friday. But yes, on Fridays we do a D&D 5e randomizer one-shot where we rotate through who DMs. It's all kinds of zany, funny, ridiculous shit. We've recently killed Bimmy Juffet and Weaver Sigourney and some other notable not real celebrities through various remarkably inappropriate means. Thank you very much for watching. I hope everyone had a wonderful time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.